All right, everybody. Welcome to the stream tonight. Welcome, guys. We're getting started a couple hours late. I truly apologize about that. I have had power problems again all day long. I was right in the middle of Hurricane Matthew a couple of weeks ago, and today when I woke up, I had no power. Power was restored probably about 3 o'clock, and as I was working on Fantasy Grounds and working on prepping for my games this weekend at about 3:30, pow! I heard an explosion, and the power went out again. So the power didn't come on until I believe 8:55 p.m. Eastern is when my power finally came back on, and I wanted to play tonight, and so all of the players so graciously accepted my offer of being able to play, but a little bit late. And I appreciate all the players, all of the players that are here tonight. Actually, we have a full house tonight. We actually have 6 players tonight, which is actually quite crazy. Hey, everybody, what's up? I'm Dave, if you don't know who I am, because I'm streaming on multiple platforms again. Streaming on Beam, Ustream, Hitbox, YouTube. You name it, I'm probably streaming on it right now. So, hey, everybody, what's going on? Last night was a pretty cool experiment doing that, and there was actually quite a few people between all of the channels. It was actually nice to see. It was actually really nice to see a large number of viewers. So, hey, thanks, guys. And like I said, I appreciate all of the players hanging around for a couple hours. While I get everything, I had to put away the generator and all that. I had to let it cool down, get all that stuff taken care of, and I'm ready to go. So we're gonna play. We're gonna play a late game tonight. I like it. So welcome again, everybody. I see everybody's Sam's. What's going on, Bannock? What's going on? Light and Passion. Good eye, mate. Good eye. I've been working on Light and Passion. I've been working on my qualification just for you, buddy. Good eye, mate. It's still horrible, I know, but it's a lot better than what it was. Or I'll just say good eye. What's up, Gimmery? 817. What's up, people over in YouTube? What's up, a couple people over in Hitbox? What's going on, guys? So, we're going to be playing Adventures League tonight. Yes, Adventures League. We're going to be doing the new Storm King Thunder series, which just came out a couple of weeks ago. Well, the actual campaign has been out probably about a month. And so we're going to be doing the Adventures League stuff. We're working on DDAL05, which is the first packet of adventures. And they're little adventures that last about an hour, hour and a half. And it kind of is a precursor leading into the main story for Adventures League. I'm a huge fan of Adventures League. I like the character part of it, the character aspect with the log sheet and all of that stuff. I like that. Players, and especially using the Fantasy Grounds virtual tabletop that I use, you can take your characters with you. You can export them as an XML file, and you can take your character to another virtual dungeon master, and you can play Adventures League there. And now, especially that Wizards of the Coast and Adventures League actually support online play, which is a good thing. So, hey, it's only going to grow online, guys. Eventually, there's going to be more players, if not already. There's probably going to be more people playing D&D online than around tables and stuff, just because of the how easy it is, and it's great. Bized, what's going on? Robin over in YouTube, hi, how are you as well? Puck Silverbreeze, whoa, what a treat! I've seen Puck 2 days in a row. Holy shit! What is going on, Puck? Yeah, that was a pretty bad Aussie. Good eye, Puck. All right, so we're gonna get started. In my Adventures League games, we do not run webcams. except for you get to see my beautiful face, my beautiful majestic beard. You get to see. So that's all you get to see. I may be wearing. See, I may be wearing. You know, it's sort of like a judge sitting behind his big desk, his big podium. I could be wearing nothing from here, right here. I could be wearing nothing. I could just be stark naked. Nobody's gonna ever know that unless I stand up. But I can actually promise you, believe me, I'm not. I wouldn't want to scare everybody away. Evbro Jards, what's going on? I would love to play around the table too, Sam's. I would love to. I have all of the 5e stuff. I have all the 4e stuff. I have everything 4e, from all the class token packs, all the class card packs for the powers, all the tokens, all the 4e miniatures. I have it all. All the tile packs, all the map packs. But if I wanted to play where I'm at, I would literally have to bust into a senior citizen center and hold a bunch of seniors hostage. And I don't want to do that, because then it's going to cause a mess. I'm going to go to jail, and it's just, going to be bad. So, yeah. I promise, Shiz, over on YouTube, I will not stand up, I promise. So, one last thing I do want to tell you guys. I do have a gold bot that runs in my Twitch channel. So if somebody would like to, in fact, let me get the bot program up and running. If you want to accrue gold, which you can, you get gold, one gold piece for every 5 minutes you're watching the stream. Also giveaways and lotteries and stuff like that. Hop on over in the Twitch stream, and you'll be able to accrue your gold that way. And I will go ahead and post the link to the channel. And then you can just go back to Hitbox or YouTube or wherever you guys are at. You guys can go back there and watch it from there. But if you want the gold, you have to get into the channel to Twitch, because that's where the bot is located. So here we go. I'll first off, I need to give the mods. There we go. And also the program is now running, I believe, is it? It is. Hopefully it's working. Okay, there it is. It is now officially running. Alright, let's get all the mods being able to do stuff, and then come to this channel. If you want to start accruing gold, okay? There you go, and that's throughout all channels. So, all right. Mods, did you guys get the Thank you. That's very nice, Light and Passion. I like that. No, that's right. I am not a voice actor on Twitch. I am not. I'm just a normal guy that loves that actually really loves D&D. And I love to play. Mick Colonel, what's going on, Mick Colonel? I love what I like more about Fantasy Grounds is everything. I love the automation. I love the simplicity of using it. It has a little bit more of a steep learning curve, but it is much, much better. It's far superior. And when the new Fantasy Grounds comes out, and when you're able to switch between 2D and 3D, it's over. It's going to change tabletop gaming. Evbro, what's going on, buddy? Alright, so it looks like mods have control of the channel. You guys, there's a lottery up, it looks like. One of the mods started the lottery. You guys can go ahead and get into the lottery. And in fact, I'm going to add point all 10. There you go. Everybody's got 10 XP, so now everybody has enough to get into the lottery. And it's, what is the command to join? Exclamation join? I don't know. I have no clue. Whatever it is. One of the mods knows, I'm sure. I forgot. I don't ever join them, so I should know it. But you can just go down. There's a list of commands down below anyway, I think. So, all right. So there's a bunch of people in all the chats. Good to see everybody, though. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. Quite a few people on YouTube. Holy cow. Damn near almost more people on YouTube than on Twitch. What's up? Let's play some D&D, shall we? All right, let's do it. So like I said, we're playing D&D Adventures League. We have 6 players tonight. Wow, we have a ton of players. And what's up, Dragonbait? Yeah, we had a good turnout tonight. We had 3 actual. This is every Friday night is a patron game. I have a patron page, and if you want to get into these patron games every Friday night, check out the patron page. There's different levels, and if you have a group of people that you want to hire a DM, hey, I'm available on Saturday nights, late Saturday nights. So there you go. You guys wanted to see it more. I backed down back to 1 day a week, 2 days a week. Had to go to work full time. So if this is the way this is unfortunately the way it is now. You guys want to see me full time? I have to work. I can't do both. I can't work full time and do this full time. So it's either I do this part time what I'm doing now. But if Patreon continues to go up, I will lower the amount of time that I work and eventually convert over to doing this full time. And I would love to be able to do this full time, guys. This is the best job in the world to me, and I would love to do it. But guys, I got to keep the lights on. I got to keep this internet on. I got to keep the website up. I have to keep food in my stomach. I have to, pay taxes on the house. I have to do a lot of stuff. So you guys understand. You guys know what it's all about living. So. All right, so we're going to continue on. But check out the Patreon page, please. Follow the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Hitbox. Follow me on Ustream. Follow me on everywhere. Beam. Follow me everywhere, guys. I'm streaming on all those platforms now. So, all right. Shiz, no, I have a Patreon game on Friday night. Saturday, I was playing in a game. It kind of fell apart, unfortunately. So I'm not going to start another game because I enjoy having the little bit of time off because I work during the week, and then I do this from Wednesday, pretty much Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I have 2 games on Sunday. I have one Sunday afternoon, and then I have one late Sunday night, and it's a lot of work. But I will do another one on Saturday. If we can get the patrons. Urosh54, thanks so much, man. Thanks for subscribing to the Twitch channel. I totally appreciate it, Urosh. Thank you so much, man. Totally appreciate it. Welcome, sir. Welcome. All right. So yeah, I had a very large user base up till about 6 months ago. And I literally wore myself out, guys. And I had to take time off. I had to take time off. I had just... You guys know I was doing this 6-7 days a week for 3.5 years. And I just unfortunately wore myself out. So I had to take a little bit of time to myself. And, as I did that, I had to go back to work. I got to make money. So... Everybody's like, hey, where are your games at? No more games. So I had 2 games going. But everybody's like, what am I going to do at work now? I only have 2 games to listen to. Well, it takes a lot of time, guys. When you're playing virtually, editing videos by yourself, trying to do all the social media stuff, connections and all this stuff, this is like 2 full-time jobs. And I would love to do it. But I have to work, guys. I spent my entire life savings over the last 3.5 years doing this. And, when the money's out, you got to go back to work. So I have. And, I would love to be able to do this full time, guys. I totally would. All right. So thank you again, Urish. I totally appreciate it. There's your 500 gold that's been added. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna go. Well, I know I've said this a couple of times, but we are gonna get going now. All right, so I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves. Puck, did you get the Puck? You're a patron. Did you get the Discord server all set up? Because I have there's a Discord server. Once you become if you become a patron, you can get access to the public Discord server where everybody just comes in and we just talk about D&D stuff all the time. And if you guys want, there's different channels in there. If you and you and the other patrons want to get together and play a game, that's fine too. So it's all about community, and I have the best community. I always think that well, I don't think, I know, but I know I got the best community. I mean, everybody is so helpful. I've met so many awesome people over the last 3.5 years, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. When I first started getting into this, I thought the internet was a bunch of assholes and trolls, which there are a bunch out there, but and it's totally changed my outlook about everything. So, all right, good, Puck. You need to get that set up, bud, and you need to get a character made. You got to get a character made too, and we got to get you in some Adventures League games when you got some time, Puck. You definitely deserve to play some games. I've been trying to get you to play for a couple years now, bud. Evbro, well, I appreciate the comment, man. Thank you so much, man. Dude, go DZ Gaming. Will you please stop advertising in my fucking channel? Sorry to say that, but dude, you come in here every goddamn night and do this. Please get the fuck out of the channel if you're just gonna come in here and say, "Hey, I need subscribers." I mean, dude, seriously, work, man, work. That's what I've done the last 4 years. I've tried to build up a huge base. You don't go around to, that's like the first unwritten rule, man. You don't go into other channels and ask people to subscribe to your channel. You just don't do that, dude. It's uncouth. Go, earn it yourself, man. Seriously. Nothing for, I don't go into your channel. If you were to contact me and stuff, maybe we could work something out, but no. Just, you're out of here, bud. You're gone. Ridiculous. Just the basic, Bannock. The $1 level gives you access to the Discord server. I mean, that's like nothing. And it gives you the treasure chest and all that other stuff. Feeds, that's pretty cool for $1 a month. I mean, that's pretty awesome. But God, go DZ Gaming. Please, dude, get out of here. Fucking grub, man. Unbelievable. Alright, let's play. I'm ready. Sorry, guys. But I hate that shit. That's why I have all this stuff on my channel, all these bots to prevent that. Because it's just, you just don't do that, man. I don't go into other people's channels. I don't go into the Geek and Sundry channel and say, "Hey guys, check out my channel where I actually have real D&D players." I don't say anything like that. Or I have people that actually like D&D and they're not voice actors. I don't go into other channels and say shit like that. All I'd have to say is, "Hey guys, will you guys go advertise in other channels for me?" I could do that, but I don't. Please, guys. And I know you guys don't do that, and I don't want you guys to do that. But it's so frustrating when people do that shit, man. Earn your own fucking subscribers, man. Seriously, your own viewers, earn them. Just don't. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they definitely need that, Puck, because that dude is gonna be that dude's the first person going on my fucking ban list. First person. And I do want to collaborate with channels and stuff. I do, and I'm trying to reach out and collaborate with channels. But I mean, come on, that's not the way about doing things. It's just. If you stream or have a YouTube channel, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just ridiculous. And that dude comes in here all the time. So he must be following the channel. I'd rather him unfollow the goddamn channel and not do that. So, alright guys, let's play for the 4th time. Ugh. That chaps my ass. It does. You guys got a free rant out of me tonight. Hello, players. Hello,
Hey, Dave.
everybody.
Finally.
I know I'm done
Hi,
yapping,
Pumpkin.
right? Totally done yapping.
Uh,
O'Leary Studio, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Exactly, O'Leary. That's exactly what I do. All right, so you guys ready to play? I am. I am totally ready. I'm excited.
Sir.
All right,
I'm
cool.
ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so thanks again, guys, for you know, thanks for hanging, thanks for waiting. I appreciate it, guys. Man, totally appreciate it. So I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves real quick, and whatever your Matrix name is, whatever your online name is, go ahead and tell everybody who you are, and we're gonna get going. We got some Adventures League to do. Let's see if I can kill you guys with the 5v2 of a beast tonight. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
I'll start off. I'm Shimra Muggy. I am a half-orc fighter
Shimrock McGee.
working for the Zenturum.
Ooh. Did you
Lost
say
somebody.
McGee? Shimrock McGee? Sorry about that.
Shimra Muggy.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, Raz.
Like Mr. McGee, right?
It's good. Wax on, wax off.
Better than
That's
Mr.
Miyagi. Come on.
Same thing.
Looks like we lost somebody.
Yeah, we'll let him join when he gets back.
Alright, I'll introduce myself. I am Valen Graveltoes. I'm a 3-foot halfling who likes to jump and try to look into boxes when he's not being hit by rocks.
And long walks on the beach.
I'm a cleric, and I'll be healing everybody as long as I don't die.
All right. I dig it. Who else is here?
I'm Lord 2000 in chat, and I'm playing Oakham Skywatcher, and Akalatai.
I love Lord.
Goliath Paladin.
Anyone else? Hello, Miss Scarlet.
Hi, Pumpkin. I am Miss Scarlet Knits in the Twitch chat. I will be playing Dorothy, the dwarven fighter. She is the younger sister of Bee from the Chris Estrad Adventures League game. Yes, the Golden Girls reference was made on purpose.
She's a huge Golden Girls fan.
And that might be about it for right now. Yeah.
Come on, knock on our door. Come on, knock on our door.
That's Three's Company, not Golden Girls.
I know it is. It just came to my mind. Sorry about that. Just like the jazzy juice horn from last night.
Man, you stole my line. Or I stole yours. So
Oh, sorry
now
about
you can
that.
steal it back.
Sorry, my bad.
That was awesome.
I know what I'm gonna do with that too. The jazzy juice horn. All I need is a bard. All right, who's next? I think.
I thought that was for our date night. Okay.
Oh wow! Hey now. I think Maddie just joined back too, didn't he?
Yep, I am back in.
All right, introduce yourself and we'll get going.
Yes, I am Xiphus, the Bladesinger Wizard. And I'm happy to be here. And
You falling asleep on us, bud? Sounds like it.
oh no, I'm good to go.
All right. I was gonna give you an e-hug if you needed one or something to get you a little woken up.
Hey, David,
Oh,
before we
you can
start,
give
did
me
we-
one, I'll
did we
take
hit
it.
down at
I'll
the
give
end
you
of
an
last
e-hug.
session?
Thank you, sir.
What's that, Joe?
I wasn't sure. Did we end up heading back to town at the end of last?
No,
Never.
you guys are back at the Gray Peak Mountains. Well, yeah, we'll say as part of your 5 days. Sure. I mean, well, yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. But well, I guess we'll go ahead and anybody want to do a recap from what happened last time from part 1? Anybody remember? I know everybody's so enthused about the recaps. Every time I say, anybody for a recap, everybody just cringes. Oh, God, not those.
Well, I wasn't here, and I haven't had time to watch the video.
Well,
So I can give a quick recap. I can try. You can
Sure.
fill in my gaps. But
I'll help you out. Sure.
so we started off an adventure to meet a very renowned adventurer by the name of Arata's Store.
Nice.
And go ahead.
I said nice. You remembered her name.
Oh, I got my notes, bro. See if we can get this through.
I like it.
Nice.
So, when we met at the spot, we ended up finding that she had her head crushed, and through some searching, we're able to find a false face that led us to a list of treasure troves or caches that we need to look at finding. I think there's 5 total. We picked the closest one last time, and ended up walking into a cave that found plenty of goblins and quite a lot of cursed goblins, which was quite a fun battle to walk through. The tour ended there with the cursed hill giant, if I got that right, and a small little bear the size of a cat that we can befriend if we have enough time and energy.
And you guys
We found a very empty treasure chest at the end of that one. The big old wah wah wah.
Yeah. But you guys still got some loot though. You got some stuff from the giant.
We
Found a
did. We
couple
ended up picking up
potions.
2 alchemist fires and a healing potion. I think we used a healing potion in one of the alchemist fires to set that hill giant aflame.
Yeah. And you guys had that crazed little mini swarm of goblins, like a whole tribe of like 100 to 200 goblins. And as they died, remember, as they died from being released from this curse, they grew back to full size. So by the time it was all said and done, these little rat-sized goblins that had these little toothpick-wielding scimitars, grew back into their full, their regular size, and you guys are basically wading in goblin parts.
Blood and guts everywhere. Between the blood and guts of the goblins and then some murder hobo sticking his sword up a giant's butt.
Yep.
We had a great time.
Yep. Blood, guts, goblin piss and shit everywhere. It was nasty. But you guys handled that. You also handled the cursed giant at the end. You guys realized, hey, if this thing turns back and reverts to a normal giant, we're going to be screwed here, because hill giants are really you would be no match for a hill giant, especially as low-ranking adventurers.
I was no match for a hill giant. Small one.
Also, everybody, make sure you guys got your headsets on and also your speakers off, because we're getting some feedback from time to time. All right, so that leaves us with your downtime days. Last adventure, we had 5 downtime days. You guys made it to the small town of Parnest, which is right here where I am kind of moving the arrow. And also, that was a great recap. I'm going to give you
Yeah, it was good.
I'm going to give you some inspiration, so why don't you add an inspiration to your character? Akin, you can also add one too. Whoever doesn't have inspiration can have inspiration, and Shem, you have 2. So, even though, yes, I know it's not official canon from 5e.
That's why there's 3 boxes there.
Exactly. It's an optional rule, and it's a house rule that's a Fantasy Grounds is incorporated, and I love it, and I want to take advantage of it. So you guys can have up to 3. But I'm pretty I let the inspiration flow, so you guys don't be afraid to spend it.
All right, so Shem, I did throw a percentage die in. I wanted to do some carousing this time around.
Oh, really?
I knew it was a percentage die, but I have no idea how to look up what is what.
Yeah, so you're pretty much going to spend 5 days carousing, right?
Nice.
So that would be I believe it's 5 gold a day, because you're going to live a a pretty ritzy lifestyle over the next 5 days. So absolutely, it's going to cost you 25 gold, but I've shared the carousing table with you. And go ahead and give me a D100. Let's see what happens over the 5 days of you carousing, Shem.
Oh, okay.
And the small town of Parnas. Let's here's that. Here it is right there. Just take a roll on that, and it'll put it in the chat.
Sure. So I only have 13 gold right now, so I can only spend 2 days.
Let's say 2 days of carousing. There you go. And then deduct 2 days from your. You spent 2 days, so you've rolled a 66.
Ooh.
So on the table it says you earn modest winnings from gambling and recuperate your lifestyle expenses for the time spent carousing. So you can add your 10 gold back and kind of give us a little story of what you were doing during these 2 days and what involved this carousing.
There was a small festival that was happening. A lot of pumpkin, a lot of juice, a lot of ale. Myself as a half-orc tend to get a little wound up in anything. So caught myself day 2, got a little groggy in the morning of day 3 and took the rest a couple of days off.
I don't blame you. Very good. At least you broke even. That's the whole...
yeah, some dice games. I didn't take anyone's pants, that sort of thing. I didn't lose mine. We're happy.
No halfling chicks running around? No halfling tea-backs, anything like that?
Nah, they'd have been ripped in half by the girth of the Shamrocker McGee.
Oh, because he would have been wearing them around the town. I love it. All right, so what about anyone else? Have you guys done anything else? You met a couple of new adventurers as well. When you were in town, you met 3: a Ganassi, a female dwarf, and also a Goliath. This big Goliath dude. So,
I'd go so far as to say on my second day, the reason I had such a horrible hangover the next day is because I was hanging out with some shady little dwarf.
little dwarven chick with a beard. I like it.
She drank me right under the table.
I love it.
Meticulously kept, glorious beard.
Schmo, thank you so much, buddy.
You have
Good
to have
see
a
you,
bottle
Schmo.
of beard oil on you at all times when you're a dwarf.
Yeah, you gotta have a tankard at least.
Do all dwarven women have beards, or is this just some of them that are blessed?
They all have them when I play them.
Sounds good.
Oh boy, you should see when the dwarf pulls her pants down. You should see that beard down there. Jesus, it's like buckwheat in a headlock. I'm just kidding.
It's connected all the way up to her facial beard, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
I had to do that. All right, so Xiphus.
Yeah, you don't know what's down there. She could be tattooed down there and had to shave it all off.
Xiphus, what did you do during your 5 days of downtime?
Xiphus just mainly relaxed, but he would like to make sure he gets his familiar in the game before I forget.
Sure thing. What kind of familiar are you going with, bud?
It's going to be an owl named Hoots.
Hoots? All right. We got some feedback coming back from you, Xiphus. So we'll have to get you. You got a headset on or anything like that, man?
Yeah, I got a headset on. Is it buzzing or something? I can't hear anything.
Yeah, every time I start talking, I can hear. But no problem. It's really light, but no big deal. Val, what about you? What'd you do during your 5 days? Val's still sleeping from his 5 days of downtime.
I forgot my name.
Poor Raz.
That rock hit me a little hard.
Yeah, you had to recuperate from being taken unconscious a couple of times, probably, I would think.
Yeah, I took the 50 gold that I made and bought a healing potion.
Nice. You were able to find a small little Acme Adventurer vault there in Parnas, and you found one. Absolutely. So our new adventurers, Steamy and Dorothy and Ulkin, how did you guys run into these 3 adventurers? You I would imagine you probably in the tavern probably heard them talking about these treasure casts. I'm not sure. I don't know what the guys did. I don't know if they put an advertisement up looking for more adventures, but what. But somehow all 6 of you guys are together.
I heard about it through that festival where I'm drinking everybody under the table.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
very
thought
good.
Shemgrath, he introduced us, didn't he?
At least the dwarf.
I love doing everything impromptu.
I heard it through the
I love
order. I heard of an evil in the mountains, and I had to check it out.
So what are you in the Order of the Gauntlet?
Yep.
Yeah, so you basically had been notified through your organization that there were other members here to meet that Verada store. But then word gets back to Parnas because she was a huge contributor. She had spent a lot of money, of her own money, to help build Parnas. And so she was a revered, not only a revered treasure hunter, but also like a very well-loved person in the community of Parnas. And and that's what this celebration was for. Shem was celebrating. It was for celebrating Verada, and all of the her burial and stuff was done. So very nice. Kind of worked together. It just kind of worked out, didn't it? I like it.
Love it.
Love it. And we're not even voice actors, guys. I mean, come on. I love it.
Naturals.
Shots fired. Anyway, let's continue on, shall we? All right, so you guys have this note. All right? You guys remember this note, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to share it for everyone, all right? And this is something that you had found on Verada. And you guys probably kept it secret, I would imagine. And this has the location of 5 different hidden treasure caches throughout the Grey Peak Mountains. And the Grey Peak Mountains is a huge place, as you can see. The Grey Peak Mountains extend probably a couple of 100 miles from north to south, and it is on the very eastern side of the Sword Coast. Kind of almost, pretty much on the verge of Auroch, the massive desert that is there. And there's these 5 hidden treasure caches. And you guys found one last week. There are 4 more still located in the Great Peak Mountains. Have they all been ransacked? Has all the treasure been taken? I don't know. That's for you guys to find out. So you guys are all in the Happy Griffin Tavern in Parnas, and you guys are all sitting around the table. So I'll let you guys talk about what you want to do next. Now that all of the downtime's been talked about, everybody's recovered from their injuries, recovered from drinking and carousing. What say you, adventurers, in the Happy Griffin Tavern?
Yeah, so part of the bet that ended me under the table was that if I lost, we would take this dwarf and tell a little bit about the caches that we ended up coming against. I didn't keep the note. I don't know who did, but they can read off where our next cache is located.
Did we determine who kept the note, or was it Keyleth or something?
One of you three. One of you three has it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Keyless isn't here. He handed it off to me.
All right. So you have it, Val?
Yeah, I got the note. So basically, I think we should go for the second one. Because she had them in an order where they're found. I figure they're probably... The second one's going to be the closest one to the first one.
Okay.
Sounds
I
good
don't
to me.
know about you, but I don't know the area very well.
I don't either, but I figured she had some kind of order to list them this way.
Yeah, so I think, is it Akan? You might have an idea where the this pyramid might be.
Akin
idea.
he knows where the area is. He, of course, Aachen, he being a Goliath, he's been in the mountains a little bit. He's traveled. I mean, even though the Goliaths are actually from the far north, but sure, he could help guide you there. He's been throughout the mountains before. Sure.
And I am a map dwarf.
No, there you go.
Excellent.
So
I believe there were
Aachen and-
coordinates of some sort given with the note, too.
Yeah,
I think you
absolutely.
mentioned.
Yeah, on the other side of it, there's a map, and it kind of has all the locations and key points to look for, for the actual locations themselves.
The second cache it is.
Okay.
All right.
So we're sitting
Okay.
around having some breakfast, having some lunch
Sure. You
before
guys are
before we set off.
absolutely. You guys are eating anything you want. It's early in the morning. You figure it'll probably take you half a day's journey to get to where you need to go towards the middle of the mountains. Probably half a day. It's not that far from Parnas.
All right, so Shem's taking a good helping of whatever's on the plate. I'm assuming eggs and bacon are definitely part of the meal.
Getting me hungry.
I hope so.
I'm waiting till the last because if I start eating, the plate is empty like quickly.
The server came out and said, "Where's that halfling that wanted these damn bran muffins that I cooked up specially for him? He's not around here anywhere."
Yeah, I think that was all a big joke. No one actually likes bran muffins.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Nice. So the second cache, you guys know, it's basically located in the middle of the Great Peak Mountains, and it's pretty much between the two highest peaks, and it's this leveled area. And supposedly there is a pyramid of boulders. How they got there? Verada doesn't mention that. But she does mention that there was volcanic activity at several points in time. So, you guys have breakfast, and you are off towards the Great Peak Mountains, which, are just within eye shot anyway of Parnas, as you can see them just poking up on the horizon to the northwest.
And I'm sure there was a joke about the female stuffing her face with sausage.
Nothing better. Oink,
I'm
oink,
worried
oink.
about that one you put in your pants.
I'll save that for later. Let's see. As you guys are traveling, because there are some rolling hills before you get to the Great Peak Mountains, I want to see if you run into anything. Maybe you could run into something mysterious. Maybe you could run into something that wants to kill you and take everything. So, as I like to do, let's have a random
maybe-
encounter roll.
Maybe we'll run into somebody who wants to give us everything.
It could be that too. So I need one person. Throw me a roll in the dice tower, please. A D20. And we'll see.
All right, not it.
Ladies first.
Yeah, we'll say that the lady rolls for us.
18, 19, or 20, there's an encounter.
Ooh.
All right.
What
you
does that
guys.
mean?
Oh, yeah. Nothing. So the higher you roll, the worse it is. Especially during the day is not as bad as night. There's a better chance to have safe. Basically, speaking out of character here, the way I like to do encounters is basically either during the day in 18, 19, or 20 would be an encounter during the day, and then at night it would be maybe 14 or 15 up to 20. So, but Dorothy rolled a 4. That's when you want to roll lows on my encounter rolls. No encounter. You guys make it to the base of Grey Peak Mountain, just as Verada Store has labeled on this great piece of parchment that you have, and you found the trail. You actually found her markings. She had placed a couple of markings on each side of the trail as it runs up, almost at a 60-degree angle to try to get up these hills, these mountains. So,
Hey, dwarf. Are you coming up already? Because can your little feet handle this grade?
ooh,
Hey, monstrosity. I have a name.
monstrosity.
Duh, I'm not that intelligent to remember your name already.
Love it.
Okay. I could tell by looking at you.
Wow. Shots fired already. This is going to end up being a PvP match tonight.
Not an
Yeah,
Adventures
yeah.
League.
So, yeah, not an Adventures League. That's against the rules. So, what about Dorothy? Do you two know each other, Dorothy and Alkin, previously, and Steamy? Do you guys know each other or what? Steamy's been pretty quiet. I don't even think Steamy introduced himself.
Yeah, I've been trying to talk, but everyone keeps interrupting.
Go ahead and introduce yourself,
louder.
Steamy.
I'm Anime Freaking Chad, and I play Steamy Tide.
Very nice. Welcome to the game there, Steamy. Alright, you guys start to travel up the Great Peak Mountains. Alright. It's a pretty tough journey. It takes you, you guys are sweating. I mean, you guys are exhausted. You guys make several stops along the way. So you guys can go ahead and everybody deduct a ration from your character sheet. Because you take several stops, and you're burning so much energy, you basically eat a day's worth of rations traveling up the Great Peak Mountains. And you know, you guys, speaking out of character, you know I love you guys to spend rations, because when I was a kid and I was playing D&D, I had the same 10 goddamn rations on my character sheet for like 30, like I would say probably 10 years. So I always said to myself, if I ever DM'd, I'm going to make people deduct rations from their sheet. So
You got to.
Well, if they're Twinkies, they could probably last 30 years.
yeah. Well, I've been playing D&D for 30 years. I mean, although I did take a couple of years off and play EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot and stuff, but for the most part, since '84. Oh, such a long time ago.
I wasn't even born yet.
That's for another show. Thanks for rubbing it in as well. So as you know, higher as you ascend up into the mountains, you know, you start to reach the snow caps and stuff. So you're able to, you know, find a couple really cold streams, quench your thirst, refill your water skins and whatnot. And you see, you know, as you're traveling up, you know, the grass starts to dissipate and disappear, becomes more rocky, more gravelly, a lot more difficult to actually maneuver. But if anybody has any kind of climbing equipment, you have no problem. And you're basically just waiting for everybody else. So you finally meet your destination. Now I want one person to give me a D6 roll in the tower, because it's actually taken a little bit more time. You thought you were going to get there at midday, but with all of, you know, the stopping and whatnot, Anime, you actually guys are getting there at early dusk. So the sun is now starting to set. But you still have plenty of light. You probably have at least a couple hours of daylight left. So, you know, as you are looking at the map, you know, in the distance, you know, you see these two massive mountains, and now they've gotten so large, you're here. And, you know, the plateau starts to level off as you're between these massive Great Peak Mountains. And in eyeshot, you can actually see a large pyramid, and it looks like it's totally comprised of boulders. I mean, really round boulders, beautifully circular boulders just stacked up, making this huge pyramid. And it looks to be about anywhere between, from the distance you're at, maybe anywhere between 60 and 100 feet in height. And you're still a little bit of distance away, and it looks like, instead of being a pointed pyramid, it looks like it kind of levels off at the top, you know what I mean? Now, between you and the base of this boulder pyramid that you see, several hundred yards. And it is a solid stone field. And it's flat. You know, this is the land that, you know, this is that section of land between the highest two peaks, of course. And you can tell that at one time, one of these large peaks let a lot of, molten lava out, and it kind of has crusted the earth, and you see a lot of dead tree stumps up. At one time they were burnt. They've just basically just rotted into almost nothing. And there are these deep gouges, like these deep cracks, all the way from where you're at the very edge of the field, and the pyramid. Now, these gouges are massive. I mean, these things are several hundred yards wide, and some are even the length of the entire stone field. Now, these cracks, because this is how this is in Verada's notes with the molten lava and stuff. These cracks aren't that wide. Some are maybe a foot wide, and some at the max are probably about 2 feet wide, 3 feet wide. So to navigate, you're not going to have any problem. You're not going to have to set up ropes. You're not going to have to make any kind of acrobatic or athletic checks or jumps and use that type of a skill that your character has to get across these. You can just kindly, just real gently jump over them. You won't have any problem whatsoever. And you cannot see, the first gouge, as you can see, it just goes down into complete black. So it looks like they are very, very deep. But you're not going to fit. I mean, you could, your legs would get jammed, and you're probably up to your hips.
Well,
but you're not going to fall. Yeah, you're not going to fall all the way down unless maybe you're a gnome or something, in maybe the widest of the gouges.
Or if you roll a 1 at some point.
I don't think I would do that to you. So you've got all these gouges. I mean, there are just dozens and dozens of gouges in front of you. And like I said, from what you can see, it looks like the widest gouge is a little less than 3 feet. Easily be crazy.
I'm only 3 feet.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys where you guys are at on a map. All right. Now you guys are pretty much walking from, because the path took you north, and now you're having to walk back south. All right, so you are literally facing south, and you're looking at this this boulder, this pyramid of boulders, and it's, like I said, it's quite a ways away. And you navigate over all of most of these gouges and massive cracks, and you can see in the map these are those. So what are you guys doing as you're moving along? What are you guys doing?
I'm walking next to the crack to my right, just kind of keeping an eye on it, ensuring my footing is secure. Does it look as though any of the field has steam rising off of it?
In several parts, sure. In several parts, there's a little steam. No hissing sound, nothing like that. And actually, you've even gotten close to a couple of them, and there's a little bit of heat coming out of these, Shem, but nothing that's going to scald you or do any kind of damage to you. All of this molten activity happened years ago.
Zyphus is avoiding the cracks. Definitely looking at that pyramid.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, whoever made this did a great job. And as you guys are starting to get a little bit closer, you got the hundreds of yards of space between you has got to about 100 feet or so, and you can actually tell that this pyramid has like a filling or a grout that is actually binding this together. It's actually quite a feat to create something like this.
What the pyramid, I say to the others.
I'd like to look at that grout a little bit. Is there anything that seems a bit off about it?
from where you're at, or are you going to move up a little bit closer, or what?
Is the grout in the pyramid? I thought it was in the cracks. I'm sorry.
No, the grouts is in. Yeah, the grouts is definitely in the pyramids.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep making my way up towards the pyramid. That's where the goal is. That's where we need to get.
All right.
I'm following.
All right.
I'm following also, but as we're moving, I'm keeping a lookout for goblins because we ran into them last time.
You guys are goblin magnets. Shem, now as you get to where you're at, Shem, you can start to hear this. It almost sounds like teeth kind of chattering, and it's really light. Maybe the sound of like a snake, or maybe the sound of teeth chattering, like I said. And then all of a sudden, as you guys get a little bit closer to this pyramid, all of a sudden you start to, this rubble starts to kind of fly up everywhere out of these cracks, and a bunch of huge beasts start popping out. And I'm not talking huge. I'm not talking monstrosity huge of like huge monsters, but it kind of takes you back a little bit, because it looks like they're giant honey badgers. And these giant badgers,
Oh God!
basically appear, and they're starting to surround you. And now, as they're not in the gouges anymore, you can hear them. They're hissing, and it looks like they are definitely going to attack you. And it looks like they're all, you kind of glance around, and they're kind of they're in this formation. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiative, and you guys are going to be fighting some badgers now, because they are definitely threatening and they are attacking. They are coming towards you. So everybody roll initiative. Let's do this. Oh. Nice rolls, guys. Not too bad. All right. So looks like Dorothy, you've got the initiative. You've got the jump. You may go first, ma'am. Now, I do want to say this.
Literally?
What's that?
I said hopefully literally, because I'm going to go after badger number 1.
Okay, so now I do want to warn you, these gouges are a foot and a half wide. Your feet could possibly get stuck. So if you guys are moving over any kind of crevices, you guys are going to need to make a very basic dexterity or athletics check. And I'm talking just don't roll a 1 to 5, basically. So Dorothy, you're up, because you're going to have to, because you would know your surrounding. You need to be a little bit more careful. It's not like you're just nonchalantly walking up this pyramid anymore. So you may go, Dorothy. Now watch, nobody's going to move over these things. They're just going to turtle back.
But I'm going to jump over that crevice there in front of me and try to get to badger number 1.
So that right here?
Sure. I was going to go one more down, but that works too.
Sure, you can go right here. Absolutely. Give me a whatever's better for you, athletics or dexterity. Go ahead and roll it. Oh, you have no problem at all. You maneuver to where you need to go, and you may attack. As these things are thirsting for blood. These honey badgers with little spines and spikes sticking up out of them.
As I jumped over the crevice, I took out Lloyd, my longsword.
You've named your longsword, huh? Nice.
All my dwarf characters do. And as she lands, she brings it up to chuck down on badger number 1.
Sure thing. You may swing when ready.
And failed miserably.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's horrible.
Lloyd doesn't go down the crack, does he?
No, unfortunately. That would be pretty cool, though. Valen, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to take out my light crossbow, and I'm going to shoot badger number 4.
Okay, go ahead and let's see. Badger number 4, go ahead and do a -2 because of the cover You've got Mr. Xiphus in front of you, so you'll be rolling at -2. And just don't roll a 1, because then Xiphus is going to become a pincushion.
Press the -2 down at the bottom.
Yep, that's it. Very good. And just drop your attack on that giant badger 4. Or you can control click it. There you go, perfect. And now you can just click the attack on your character sheet. Your light crossbow attack. Alright, so the attack is a 12. I don't know why it's not attacking the target. That is weird. But the attack with a 12 on a giant badger is a miss. You barely missed the badger. So, anything else? Would you like to take any movements, anything like that? Go for it. And pass it on to Xiphus whenever you're ready. You got to have the combat tracker open to pass it, by the way, just in case you guys forgot. Top right-hand corner, swords crossed. There you go.
Okay, so I just hit turn complete.
That's it. Or, yeah. Yep, there you go. Next actor, Xiphus. You are up, sir. What say you?
Alright. Yeah, Xiphus is going to whip out his rapier and start dancing around a little bit.
Don't tell me you're clicking spoons, please, for the love of all that's sacred.
No spoons.
No,
And
it's
then-
a board.
And then Xiphus is going to cast Mage Armor on himself.
Alright. So that's a bonus action, right?
I think it's an action, actually.
Is it? Okay.
Unfortunately,
Hey,
yep.
Dave.
Alright. Yeah, what's up?
I just noticed that I've got 3 wounds still.
Oh, no problem. You have no wounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine says wounded too.
Yeah, you've got no wounds, Val. Yeah, you've got none. I saw that, and I was like, okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a like a full rest right now. So go ahead and use your drop that pendant back on yourself, please, for me. Oh,
Okay.
the initiative. You guys re-roll initiative real quick. Well, don't re-roll it. Just put it back in whatever initiative number you have. I forgot that. This is my first time using Fantasy Grounds, by the way, guys. Just to let you know. So you guys put your initiatives back in there.
How do we put our initiative?
Yeah, how do I put it back in there?
Oh, okay. I'll have to do it for you. Read me out your numbers. Aachen, what did you have?
I had a 7.
Steamy. I love that name. What'd you have?
I had a 10.
Mrs. Dorothy. What'd you have?
17.
All right. Xiphus.
That'd be a 12, Dave.
And last but not least, Raz. What did you have, Valen?
I had a 15.
I had a 37, Dave.
Shem had it an 8.
All right, thanks, Shem. I keep wanting to call you Shemp for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Three Stooges inside of me. I don't know. Maybe it's the curly.
Anything but late for dinner.
I know. Tell me about it. All right, and the Badgers. What did the Badgers have? Anybody remember what the
11.
Badgers have?
11, yeah.
They had a 1, Dave.
I love it. I was waiting for somebody to do that.
You couldn't fit through them cracks coming up.
There we go. Man, I need to pay attention to stuff like that more, but I've got so much stuff going on, so. All right, so let's see. Valen, you need to get that back on. I mean, Xiphus, you need to get that buff back on you. And there you go. I think that's where you left off. You gonna take any movements or anything, Xiphus?
Yeah, I moved up to stand beside Dorothy, and
Yeah.
I kind of scanned the sky for my owl that flew off somewhere. That's the end of my turn.
He's what is his name? And he's circling up above you.
His name is Hoots.
Hoots. Well, all of a sudden you hear a screeching from up above you, and Hoots falls directly in front of your feet with an arrow inside of him, kind of piercing through his head.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing, dude. Hoots is up around.
Hooters.
Zyphus falls to his knees and like shouts to the sky, right?
I'm incapacitated with grief.
Hoots is just, he's hovering up above you. Caw, caw. I know an owl doesn't sound like that. But
I thought you said he was going to stroke out and just.
All right, giant badger time. Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers, do we? All right, so the badger that's on Bet Dorothy, actually this one's going to be on Zyphus. And these things are going to attack. And these things are pretty vicious. So this thing gnaws out at you, Zyphus, and misses. And then it tries to slash at you with its claws. Oh, that was so close to a crit, Zyphus. Did you see that thing roll over?
Oh, yes.
So it does hit you. And it slashes you for a total, wow,
Wait.
of 8 damage. But you got your shield, right?
It said it missed.
Yeah,
Did
it said it missed. But,
Oh, it did miss, yeah.
yeah, because I have a 19.
Well, I'll take that damage back. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I saw 17. I'm like, well, he's got cloth on that shit. But yeah, I forgot you got your armor on.
Good old blade dancer.
I'm the DM, goddammit. I can do whatever I want. That shit hits you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, that's it for Badger number 1. Badger number 2. Let's see. Badger number 2 is going to move in to attack Old Steamy. And Steamy, you're getting this thing claws on you and misses, and that's it for him. He's not even going to. He basically stumbled over the gouge. Next Badger, Steamy.
Ha-ha!
Exactly. You're getting attacked again, so I don't think you're out of the woods yet. Oh my gosh, another one!
Oh my god.
Oh!
You were saying, good sir.
Ba-dum-ba-boom.
Damn it, Badgers. Badgers. God. All right, Shemgra, you, sir, are going to get attacked. But in the meantime, Dorothy and Zyphus, you may give me several attacks of opportunity on this giant badger that just moved out of your proximity, or your reach, as D&D 5e calls it.
Alright.
Something about Shemgra just chapped this honey badger's ass. Zyphus, nice smack with your staff. Takes a total of 8 damage. It's definitely heavily wounded. Dorothy, what say you? Dorothy, that is a hit.
Nice.
Dorothy, you kill the giant badger. How dare you kill this badger? This thing is dead. You basically just slice it in half. Alright, so next is, let's see. The next badger, badger number 5. This is the one that's on Zyphus. Well, the other one that's on Zyphus. The bite is a miss, and the claws following up as it hisses, slashes you twice and hits you for a total of 6 slashing damage from the claws.
Ouch.
Steamy Tide, what say you?
I am going to swirl around to Badger number 2, lift up my quarterstaff with both hands, and whack it on the head.
All right, let's do it. 14's a hit. You may roll damage, sir.
Bam.
All right. 9
And I'm going to
damage.
follow it up with a big old punch to the snout.
A big ol' unarmed strike attack to the mouth. I like it.
Gonna boop the snoot.
And that's a hit, too. You hit him. You barely hit him, but you hit him, Steamy.
Bam.
Yeah, you take that thing out. Nice job. Nice job, Steamy. All right, you may pass it whenever you're ready, sir. You can actually take movement if you'd like to. And I would love for you to actually take some movement, because I'd love to give attacks of opportunity to players, so...
We know, Dave.
That, I don't get to do it very often, so I try to hype it up as much as I can. All right, Steamy, it looks like you're done then. Shem?
Actually, I was going to move over to here.
Okay, you can go ahead and move then. And whenever you're going to do that, do the correct path for me. So, do an arrow to here and here, because I want to see the path you're taking. I know,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
being technical. That's okay. Next time, I'm just going to kill you and kick you out of the game. So just don't let it happen, Steamy.
No big deal though.
No big deal. No pressure, Steamy. But Shem, it's your turn. And, you know, Anime, I'm just kidding. So I'm in rare form
Alright,
tonight,
so-
I think.
You are a bit salty tonight, I think.
I think it's sweating my balls off all day with no fucking power is what's did it to me. I think I sweat like 10 pounds worth of water. I just sat on the back
The
porch
boys
all
some
day.
Gatorade.
Yeah. No,
All right, so
didn't do that.
I stepped over that crack. Oh, funny.
Yeah, give me that roll. All right, you're fine. Sandman,
I'm
what's
gonna
up,
finish
buddy?
walking up to this guy.
to see you,
As soon
Sam.
as they would have came out, I would have pulled out both of my. Well, to pull out both my scimitars, and that's what I'm going to be attacking with.
Okay. And you guys are hearing more of this teeth grinding on, these teeth grinding on one another, and you hear more, this hissing down into the cracks. So it seems like there could be possibly something else, and it's coming from all around you. Nice hit on the giant badger, though.
Right, so I would have taken both as a single strike from the top right to the bottom left towards this badger, both looking like they hit.
Go ahead and roll damage for your main hand. Nice, max damage. 8 slashing.
And my second.
I bet you are, Sandman. All right, so this thing is heavily wounded now. All right, so did the damage actually go to the badger?
Oh,
It
I'll
not.
drop it on there.
No problem. You can just take it from the chat and drop it in. You can always do that. So there you go. Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Another great feature. They think about everything, don't they? All right, go ahead and pass it whenever you're done, Shem. If you want to take any other movement, I'd love for you to take it. But it looks like it's Auken's turn. So Auken, you may go, sir.
I'll just move up to the closest badger number 3.
All right, sure thing.
And I take my battle axe from my back and take it above my head and just smack it on the skull.
Here's my holy hand grenade, guys. Miss Scarlet made that for me. Isn't that awesome? It's bejeweled and blinged out and everything. Nice hit, man. You hit it. 15 with your battle axe. 8 slashing damage to that thing. It's very heavily wounded. What say you? Anything else, Auk?
No.
Okay, go ahead and pass it. We'll go to round number 2 now. So Dorothy, it looks like Dorothy's going to be up. Shem, it looks like you healed him. Which one was supposed to be
5.
Number 5.
Yeah, you healed it. I'm seeing that now.
I got scimitars of healing. Nice.
You do. Yeah, it's 11 damage to number 5. This thing is almost dead. All right, so a couple more badgers appear. One appears beside Valen, springs up out of the gouge, and also another one closer to your left, Valen. If you're looking at your character from north to south, you have one popped up on this one over here popped up too. So
Yeah, I see it.
all right, so Dorothy, what say you?
Yeah. So, as I killed the last one, I took a step back swing and chopped that thing in half.
All right,
Once
what'd you do?
He was dead. As I pull my foot back, that's when I take a swing back at the one in front of me. And miss again, just
Yeah,
not as badly.
The honey badger does like a backflip and kind of does a at you as you missed it,
Sorry, we're here to save the beavers, not the badgers.
and then also gives you a hiss and then winks at you.
Yeah, we're here to save the beavers, not the badgers.
Honey badgers don't play.
I'm always into saving beavers. Anything
Anything
else
for you?
Valen, you're up.
I've seen this badger pop up right next to me. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Valen busting out the magic. Go ahead and give me the saving throw. I'll take that saving throw, sir.
Oh man, I lost my. There it is.
You having problems over there?
Went to touch the map and my character sheet went behind it.
Ah. You can
You can
shrink.
minimize it.
Yeah,
that
you
helps.
can shrink that stuff if you need to shrink the map. You can in the lower right hand corner.
That's okay. I scrolled down. I had to find out what number he was.
Ah, I gotcha. All right, so he failed a saving throw. You may do your radiant damage to the honey badger. Very nice. He's wounded pretty heavily. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's all.
All right, Xiphus, you're up.
Alright, I think Xiphus is going to take a swing at Badger 5, try to put him out of his misery.
You guys are surrounded. You guys are in trouble. It's a bunch of badgers for level 1. That's a hit. 11 AC. Very nice, Xiphus. You take
Shish
down.
kebabs it.
Yeah, badger number 5 is incapacitated. He's down and out. All right, so
And
any movement?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna move down here.
I love it. Oh, and give me
Hey,
a quick
Xiphus.
check as well.
IL. Is that your meat for tonight?
I love it.
I'll share it.
As he kills it, it kind of flips up into the air, and he catches it by the tail, and he just carries it with him. Of course it is. All right, so you even with the advantage, it would have been successful. So yeah, you're good to go. You make it across the gouge, and it looks like it is the badger's turn again. So the first badger is going to attack Dorothy. It's going to do a bite and follow it up as with a claw. And it looks like Dorothy is safe with 2 misses. Next badger on Aachen. Will it officially turn into a game and take him out? First attack is a miss. Second attack, which is the claws, which is the
It's
more
just a
potent.
hit.
It is just a hit, barely a hit, for a total of 6 slashing damage as you are feeling the effects of those 2 slashes. Next badger is the badger that's on Valen, and Valen is going to be no. In fact, this badger is going to run up on Dorothy and attack. That's what it's going to do. So sorry about that. First attack on Dorothy is a miss, of course. Just like my players say, of course it is, Dave. Second, the slash, you are safe as you just kind of bash that thing away from you from behind. Next badger.
Xiphus is
Valen.
impressed with the dwarf.
The dwarf can hold her own. Valen, you're going to get hit, bud, with a bite. It chomps right into your thigh. Kind of jumps up and you got armor and cloth and stuff flying all over the place, and it pierces you for 6 damage, and then it
Hold on to your nut.
yeah, and then it jumps off of you and does like a triple Linden backflip and slashes at you with its claws, and it hits Valen again. Valen, you're possibly in trouble. Oh, Valen goes down with a 7. God.
Of course.
It's an official game. Oh.
It is an official game. Another Adventures League character is down. You are down, and you're bleeding out basically. Of course, there's no bleeding out in 5e, but you will have to start doing some death saving throws. So Steamy Tide. That's such a. Every time I say Steamy Tide, my stomach starts to growl. So, Steamy, you're up.
I'm gonna
You hear
face. That's right in
screech
front of me.
behind you, and you hear a thud, and your cleric's down and out behind you.
I'm gonna face the badger right in front of me here, take a big old wind up, and smack him with my quarterstaff.
All right, let's do it. Nice hit. Ooh, minimum damage, but you still hit him for 3.
Now I will boop him in the snoot.
All right. Bonus attack. Nice hit. 21. Very nice. Nice rolls.
If we named our own episodes on YouTube, it should be named Boop the Snoot.
Mm-hmm.
You have killed another badger. You are single-handedly vanquishing all of the honey badgers around you, Steamy. You can take movement if you'd like. You still have some movement left, I would assume.
Yep, I'm gonna walk over there and head over to Zy.
I like it.
Yeah, Zy. Or Valen, rather. Sorry.
Very good. All right. So let's go to Shem. Shemp, you're up now.
So Shem would have heard the squealing of Valen behind him and turned.
All right. Steamy, give me an acrobatics or strength roll while you're at it. Probably acrobatics for you. Shem, I'm allowing you to move there. And what else are you doing, Shem?
Am I
You're fine, Steamy.
needing to cross that to attack the one north of me?
Yeah, because it looks like he's still going to attack Valen. It looks like he's hovering over him, and he's kind of on his back legs, and it looks like he's fixing to pounce on him with a claw attack.
All right, so I'm going to take my main hand scimitar and give him a shout at the tail.
Okay, sounds good. Nice. Let's see if you can heal this thing again.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you hit this thing. It's in bad shape. The tail goes flying off, and it's wiggling on the ground. And then it wiggles enough to where it falls down into the crevice.
But seeing he's not quite felled and having gotten his attention, I'll give a shot to the head.
Okay. All right, the attack is a hit. And this thing is dying. You basically just...
I'll lop his head off with that last one.
Yeah,
got his head and his tail.
Exactly. The head rolls down into the gouge as well. So
The
nice.
form of the end off.
Yeah, very nice. That thing was just fixing to, pounce on Valen again, and you came in like a whirling dervish and slice his tail off in its head with one fell swoop. Thing is out.
Yes,
All right.
If it's not that, I would have been dead.
With that, I'll turn my attention to the badger to my right, and turn is done.
Okay. Aachen, what say you? Wow, good job on these
I'm
badgers.
going to Valen.
Okay, so you're going to assist as well. I like it. Give me a dex or strength check. Probably strength for you, which would be better. I like it.
Strength check, okay.
Yep. Oh, nice. Man, what kind of beautiful acrobatical move do you do as you're, with that 20 roll? I don't know what you're doing. Are you kind of dancing or jumping or doing a flip, whatever? I want this to be dramatic because you rolled a 20.
Oh, I was just one hand on my back, on one foot, doing hanging on one foot over the gorge.
Sort of like a special
Just-
Belgian dance.
No, just because I was thinking.
Hey,
oh,
hey,
I could
hey,
do it
hey,
too.
hey.
On one foot. Yeah.
I like
no
it.
Problem.
You got it. All right, so
Uh,
what are you going to do now?
I'm taking my big hand and laying it on Valen.
And sticking it into his pouch and taking all his money.
Nope.
It's Adventures League. You can't do that in this game, Lord.
I'm gonna lay my hands on him.
All right. Sounds good. So you're going to use your divine power to give him some health.
Yeah.
All right. You going to give him 1 hit point, or what are you going to give him, bud?
I'm gonna give him 2.
Okay. Valen, you start to feel a warmth come over your body as the Goliath and you are locked eye to eye. And
As
you see
they-
him groping all over you.
I take note out of the corner of my eye exactly where old Skywatcher starts touching and groping. And think, oh my god, I hope I never go down.
Just on the shoulder.
Just the tip. Alright, so you get back 2. You've got 7 wounds there, Valen. You are back conscious, but you're prone, so we'll take a mental note of that. I'm sure you'll stand up. Anything else for you, Auken? Would you like to take any other movement that you have?
And then I'm going to move further towards badger number 6.
Sure then. It almost sounded like you said Belgium number 6. I'm like, yeah! No, I'm just kidding.
Really? Really, Dave?
Really? I love it, Lord. Alright, so you're ready to go.
Do I have to do another check for...
Absolutely, for going over that crevice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're fine. Golden.
no problem.
It's like a walk in a park for you there, Auken. All right, go ahead and pass it, and we'll go on. Round 3, Dorothy. You guys are vanquishing these 7 badgers pretty quickly.
They're falling like flies.
They are.
Except for the one in front of me, which is starting to piss me off.
Mm.
If I miss one more time and it's still alive by the time this gets to round 4, I'm using my inspiration.
Mm. Let's see what Dorothy you can do. Are you inspired to hit this thing finally? Yes, you are. You've seen everyone else killing these things. You're finally getting in on it, so you hit.
Oh, I helped kill the one with the opportunity attack.
Yeah, you hit one already. Nice hit. It's wounded. Valen, you're up. Are you going to stand up? That'll be half your movement if you stand up, so you'll have half. Hey, Raz.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to push talk. Sitting here talking to myself.
That's all right.
I'm gonna stand up, then I'm gonna sticker playing badger number 1.
Sounds good. Give me that saving throw, man. Get it targeted and give me that saving throw. I like that token, man. Your token, Valen. I like that. That's probably one of my favorite tokens, actually. Oh, so it failed at saving throw. You may roll damage. That token actually reminds me of my Lord of the Rings character that I played for quite a few years, my Warden. That's why I like that so much. Nice damage. It is heavily wounded as your radiant damage slashes down from the heavens upon it. All right. Take any movement that you like, Valen, and then pass.
Yeah, stay where I'm at.
All right. Looks like Xiphus, you're up. He's getting used to that now, that combat tracker.
Yeah, Xiphus, seeing this thing almost dead, just is gonna try to poke him.
Okay. You poke him. You barely hit him, but you hit him. All right.
I'll take barely.
It goes, yeah, I would too, for sure. It goes down. Any movement you take, and then go ahead and pass it. All right, go ahead and pass it, and I will allow that movement. I like it. I love locking the tokens like that. I should have been using that a lot more, because I like to see the actual movement path of the players. And when a token streaks across the map in a diagonal line over 3 enemies, I'm like, whoa, what path are you taking? All right, the last badger. This thing flees. It just jumps down into it just literally jumps into the crevice. Now, it'll take 4 attacks of opportunity, so if anybody wants to attack this thing, you may go for it, because it is definitely fleeing. So you guys can all go ahead and roll your attacks of opportunity. Dorothy hits. Auken definitely hits. And Shem hits. So let's see if you guys can slice this thing in about 50 pieces. Oh yeah, this thing.
Bye.
Yeah, this thing, as it jumps up and tries to jump into the gouge, you guys all at one time just slice it, and you guys are now all covered with badger blood and piss and crap, and bits of badger fly everywhere and land all
Plus
around
side,
you.
teamwork.
I do, yeah, I do like that. Now you guys are out of combat, okay? Your owl is still circling overhead. Whoo, whoo, whoo.
Forgotten about again.
That's okay.
All right, can you take a short rest?
Do what now?
Take a short rest.
You guys could probably do that, but this pyramid is just several feet in front of you.
Yeah, but I'm wounded.
You don't want to short rest out here with all these possible more fiends and badgers coming at us. I say we seek the safety of the pyramid.
I've unlocked the tokens, so you guys can now gingerly move across these gouges, closer to the pyramid, made of boulders, and you may do several things. So Raz, if you want to not inspect the boulder of pyramids, and if you want to take an hour rest, you may do that. And everyone else, if you want to get closer to the pyramid, and if you want to kind of check things out, then you may do that as well.
Zyphus is definitely interested in this and checking it out.
Okay, I want to take a short rest. How do I use this hit die?
Okay, well, it's going to take an hour, so we'll kind of get a gauge on what everybody wants to do. So who wants to kind of hang around for an hour? And I know Valen has expressed he wants to recuperate for a little while so he can get the, kind of recuperate from wounds.
I guess we can take this time to look around.
I'm gonna rest also a bit.
Okay, so whoever's resting, you can also deduct another day's worth of rations, because that's what I usually do. I love it when people burn rations and spell slots. Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. So it looks like we'll put you two over here, kind of on the left, and you two can take your break, and then everyone else will kind of keep here. So it looks like 2 people are going to be resting, and then 4 of you are going to be exploring the pyramid. And as you get closer, guys, this thing is huge. You guys actually look up. It's like 60 feet tall. And it's beautifully constructed from what you see, Dorothy. It's definitely not dwarven, but seeing that you are a mountain dwarf, no roll needed, you can definitely tell that this was probably made by a stone giant. You can just flat out tell that, because stone dwarves, stone giants, they fight from time to time. And on that note, we are going to take let's take about a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and continue on. How about that?
Okie dokie.
Okay, I'll see you guys at 5. All right.
Right on.
Sandwich time.
All right, everybody. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. I hope you guys are enjoying the Adventures League game. We're playing the Storm King Sunder DDAL05. Storm King Sunder's game. We're on mission number 2. We're trying to find the second cache. So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Thank you guys for watching. There's a lot of people throughout all the different platforms, whether it be Twitch, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Hitbox, Ustream. Thank you guys. Beam, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll see you real quick. Thank you. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I am back. Had to grab a drink and a bio. So thanks again. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't followed the channels, please hit that follow button, guys. You'll get live notifications on when I stream, which is pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching the game. If you're on one of the other platforms, if you are on YouTube, if you're on Beam or Ustream or any of the other channels, you can jump into my Twitch channel if you'd want, and you can accrue a gold currency, and you will gain that. And what you get, and you can you get the gold, and then you can spend it on different things. That is that's coming to my website soon, which is digitaldungeonmaster.com. And here is the channel. Here it is. All right. You guys can go ahead and join that and just sit in the channel and then go back to Hitbox or wherever you're from, because that is the only way that the bot will work, is through the Twitch channel. And then I'll have a bunch of purchases up within the next couple of months, and you'll be able to make all of your purchases through the website, through that web page. So, alright, so it looks like our players are back. Thank you guys again. Also check out my Patreon page, sorry about that. Patreon.com/digitaldungeonmaster. And if you want to get in on these Adventures League games, I host these for the patrons every single Friday night. And there are different patron levels as well. We're almost on patron level 7, I believe. Holy crap. So yes, you guys check it out, and you get access to like the Discord channel, which is a public community that we have. It's growing tremendously, and you only have to have the $1 pledge. So and plus anytime anybody uses Patreon, it helps support what I do, guys. I want to do this full time. I would love to be able to do this full time, but unfortunately, I still have to work. And that's unfortunate. But hey. You guys know how life is. You got to pay the bills. So, all right. So check out the Patreon page. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of my games are there. Almost 4,000 videos almost. There's like a ton of stuff on there. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I totally appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your follows. All that stuff. So, all right. We're going to go back and we're going to continue playing. All right, everybody. Everybody back, ready to go?
I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Miss Scarlett was having a problem with her microphone, or we couldn't hear her. I think she's going to log out of Discord and then log back in.
Sure. Yeah, she can rejoin us. This probably just needs to be relogged. So, all right. So we have 2 players resting. We have both Valen, you're resting, and also Aachen. Takes an hour to rest. You guys aren't elves, obviously. So what is everybody else doing for this hour as, Aachen, and they're eating and drinking and using, whatever they have, bandages to basically take care of their wounds? Zyphus, what are you doing? And you two can actually do your hit point heal rolls now. To do that, Valen, all you do is just on your character sheet at the very bottom, see that HD1 on the main page. Yeah. Just click that, and it should automatically heal your character. And then you'll see that one will disappear and you won't have any left. Perfect. So you have no more hit dice heals, and that's clutch. So you are fully healed. And Aachen, you can go ahead and do the same thing. And yes, we can hear you. Little low, but we can hear you. Aachen, go ahead and do your roll. Oh wow, holy crap! You guys are good to go. Nice roll, Aachen.
I got myself my full hit points, and I only needed half of it.
Yeah, that's good. You always love that. So Rad, what's
Zypha's
up,
just
Rad?
gonna walk around this pyramid, kind of checking out the stonework and
It is glorious.
how it's fitted
John.
together and stuff, and just observing it, seeing if there's any cracks in it or anything like that.
Well, it's definitely it's solid. That's for sure. Dorothy, I had told Dorothy when she was kind of looking at it, just because she's a mountain dwarf, man. They're stonemasons. They do this kind of stuff. They're dwarves. So she could tell that this was a stone giant. Now, I don't know what she's going to tell you guys, but if anybody else wants to, take a look at it, and like I said, guys, this pyramid is beautiful. I mean, it is perfectly symmetrical in every. I mean, it is even. This thing was beautifully made of gigantic boulders, and these have probably rolled down from the mountains all around you. And the boulders at the bottom couple of layers have been fused together with all this different this remedy, and it's like it would be like a grout. Rad, thanks so much.
So,
man. Thanks for the
Shemgrow
sub, Rad.
doesn't know much about architecture, nor does he care. We've kind of looked to Dorothy and asked to find us a way in here. I'll keep guard for more of those badgers.
So you could tell, like I was saying, this 60 foot, and this is 60 foot up to the top of the peak of this pyramid, and it's level. It's level.
Can we not see what is the top flat part, I assume?
You can't. No.
Probably where the door's at.
Zero.
Does it look climbable?
It is definitely climbable, yeah.
The
Zero
house
Max, thank you so
keeps
much
its,
for the follow, Zero. I appreciate it. Thanks for following on Twitch.
The grade.
So yeah, if you want to start climbing, it'll take you a little bit of time.
I look over towards Aachen, and then I slowly turn my gaze over to Dorothy.
Okay.
And then I look at Aachen again. And I look at Dorothy.
Sounds good, Rad. Thank you. So, after these first couple of levels of grouted stones, it looks like they're just all kind of piled up. So, the first couple of, the first 10 or so feet would be easy to navigate. But once you get up to, you're going to have to make like a climbing check. But it's super low. It's basically like just like the gouges. Just don't roll super, super, super low, and you won't slide back down to the bottom, basically.
Don't we have an owl to see if that's where we need to go?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Hoots, where are you? Make yourself useful.
Hoo! Hoots is just kind of circling around you.
All right, I'll send
calling and
him.
hooting.
I'll send him to the top of this pyramid, and when he gets up there, I'll go into a trance and look through his eye quick.
Okay, so you command Hoots, and Hoots kind of disappears as he does a couple of passes of the pyramid. And he passes again, and then you can see him as he just kind of disappears over as you're looking up this slope of stone. He disappears. So what are you doing? What is the, when you have your familiar up, please tell everybody, not only myself but everybody in the channel, what does your familiar do for you? Putting him on the spot. Putting you on the spot, ain't I?
Yep. When my familiar is within 100 feet of me.
Familiars? Did you not read Find Familiar yet, or?
No, I did. No, whenever I can
I
communicate with it telepathically, and I can, in action, I can see through its eyes and hear what it hears until the start of the next turn.
I bet it's
And
a great
so-
muddler.
Oh, he is.
Doesn't it put you in some kind of trans type of state? To where you're like hands out,
Yeah, during the time I'm kind of possessing the familiar, I am deaf and blind in regard to my own senses.
Cool. Does it take all of your party members to like form a circle, and then all of you kind of do this chant as you're kind of like channeling the energy through you to your familiar. Does it require anything like that? Maybe, hopefully.
It doesn't, but I can pretend it does for everybody's
I just
fun.
wanted to hear all four of you join hands and say, Om.
Or you could start calling him Bran.
Hoots.
All right, see you, Rad. All right, so as you form your bond and you do your little ritual that you need to do to form your bond with Hoots, up at the top of this plateau, it's not capped. There's 4 boulders, sort of in a square, as what you can see, and Hoots needs to kind of fly up several different, probably about 5 feet, 10 feet. You still can't see Hoots though from where you're at down on the bottom. Plus, you're in a transit state. And between these 4 perfectly set stones that form a square, there was like a large opening. Okay, but this opening is plugged with the ass of a giant sticking out of it. All right, and this giant is wearing animal skins and whatnot, thick hides, and his body's hairless, looks almost like a piece of beef jerky from what you're seeing through the eyes. Quite disturbing. You think it might be a stone giant, but it's kind of difficult to tell because he's basically face down and ass up, and it looks like he's stuck in this hole basically. But all you can see is his enormous legs and ass, or backside, sorry about that. And he's, like I said, he's just face down inside of this pyramid. and one other thing.
Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And the one other thing that you notice through the eyes of your familiar Hoot is you also notice on each one of these 4 boulders, because now the sun is starting to set a little bit, and we're gonna try to set the mood here in Fantasy Grounds, and we're gonna set the mood as the sun is going down. And you see runes on each one of these boulders. There's one rune on each boulder. Well, actually there's, as you kind of look closer, as Hoots kind of lands on by the runes, it's like a series of runes on each boulder. And then as Hoots lands, the runes kind of glow a little bit brighter. It definitely looks like what would be a magical glow, obviously. And that's what you see. And then all of a sudden, Hoots goes blank. And he flies off of the side with an arrow through his head. Oh! I'm just kidding. So that's what you see on the top. Great use of the familiar. I want to give you inspiration, so you can have another inspiration for using Hoots like that. Good job.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah,
so you got 2 inspiration now.
I'm gonna snap out of it and then walk back over to the group and describe all what you just told us.
Okay. So what do you 4 think? What do you 4 think?
No, that makes sense. This is definitely stone giant architecture.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So, one giant with his ass up.
Well, you're meditating over there. You're not hearing any of this. You're concentrating on healing yourself and stuff.
Oh,
nice try. You're zoned out for an hour.
I thought the hour was already over.
Nope. This is all happening at the same time. So you 2 are basically bonding your wounds, and then the other 2 are looking at everything else during this hour.
Okay.
So I looked
what
at
do the
Dorothy
runes
and
look
asked,
like?
is there no other way in this? Do we have to climb?
As what you're looking at, yeah. Because I'll even go as far to say, Shem, that you basically walk the entire circumference, a path all the way around the stone pyramid, and you see no other visible openings, nothing. And they're just perfectly lined walls going up to the 60-foot plateau on the top. Ooh.
Well, shall we wait for our
see another
companions?
option. We must get in there.
Did you get a good look at the rune, Shem? Or Zyphus, rather. Sorry.
Not really. My vision dark before I could really make him out. But anyone else care to join me in a climb?
God
If-
damn giants.
If
Yeah,
that's the only
fine.
way in, that's up it is.
All right. I love it. So who's climbing up? Who all is climbing up? You four? And this
So
is the...
I'm actually gonna lead. Shem's got some pythons and 60-foot or 50-foot of hempen rope. So I'll start making
Ooh,
putting some pythons in and
nice.
crawling up, making the journey easier for the rest of the crew.
Okay, so you're going to pretty much go up first and then basically anchor a rope up to the top, right? I like that.
I'll end up over this. What I can get up 20 feet or so. So I've got another 40 feet.
Sure, yeah.
About every 10 feet. So I'm gonna use 4 pythons.
Yeah, that'll be just enough to where, yeah, the rope will be fine. So since you're using all that good climbing stuff, why don't you do this with advantage? And just roll a strength, athletics if you have it as well. And we'll see how the climb goes as you're starting to ascend up this beautiful constructed stone giant pyramid. Thank goodness for advantage, huh?
Yeah.
So as you're starting to ascend up, Shem, you're kind of struggling a little bit. Even being an expert climber and prepared as you are, all of these boulders are kind of shifting around. After you get past the grouted portion of the pyramid, you start to struggle. Your hands and feet are kind of slipping around a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you hear this deep rumbling voice right next to your ear. And he says, "Hey there! Watch it there! Hey there! Watch it there! Don't you think that's a little bit personal, don't you think?" And what looks like an eye or like a crack in the rock all of a sudden opens up, and you see like the pupil of an eye and all of this. And it's definitely an eye. And then all of a sudden it even widens into a greater eye, and it's staring at you, and it's kind of moving around. And he says, "What are you doing here?" And you can tell that there's pieces of hair sticking up, and it's like a huge eye, and he's got an eyebrow.
Am I still on the side of this holding my rope and the python?
You are, so you're going to need to make a
Yeah.
charisma saving throw, because you need to keep your composure here, I would imagine. So give me a charisma saving throw, as this kind of startles the hell out of you.
All right. Intimidation?
Nope, charisma saving throw. Just on your main page, on the right-hand side with the saving throw.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. And you can do a charisma saving throw. And if you have a couple of inspiration too, but it's too late, you are successful with your saving throw, and you're able to keep yourself. And then as you kind of look a little bit more, you can see the form of this huge elemental-like creature. And you can see he's actually kind of in the grout as well, his leg. And, this kind of startles you. And do you say anything to this? And like I said, he said, "Hey there, watch it there!"
As soon as he said that, I would have swore up a storm, grabbing to the rope as tight as I can. Thankfully, I didn't slip down. And I would just be so taken aback, I wouldn't know what the hell to think.
It doesn't seem like he's trying to eat you or anything. And then you can start to see like the outline of his mouth. And this thing is large. This thing's probably would be, 10, 15 foot tall if he was standing in a stationary position. But he's actually part of this beautiful stone pyramid that you're ascending.
After my initial startlement, I'm going to go ahead and ask him, how did you come to be this? What manner stuck you in this pyramid?
Hey, my name is Gurk. I'm Gurk. My name is Gurk, and I have two other family members here, Heft and Pert. What's your name?
I'm Shem.
Well, nice to meet you, Shem.
I didn't get you with any of my pythons, did I?
Yeah, but that's okay. I've got thick armor, you know. I could have
Well, it looks
kicked
the
it
same.
out, but I decided not to.
What is this place?
Well, we were placed here about a year ago. And, you know, there was some humans, some help of a big dragon, and they used us and built this pyramid. Give me a nature check also. Because you're kind of looking at this and you think it may be like a huge earth elemental, but as you start to see its other parts and stuff, and with your recollection of in training and whatnot, you notice this is a DRIVETHRU, and it's basically like an earth elemental, but its name is a DRIVETHRU, and they're huge. They're actually really tough. They're tough. They're strong. And he goes into telling you that, hey, we were placed here about a year ago. Some humans, some help of a dragon. They built this pyramid. They asked us to kind of keep an eye on it. And at the end, they put a couple of wooden chests inside of this place. But it seems like recently we've had quite a bit of traffic. And I'm kind of happy to see it, because me and my two siblings, we were kind of getting bored out here. So we saw several giants being in the area. And first there was one. Then there was another. Then they started fighting over one another because they said that they found the treasure. So, of course, we really can't move. We're kind of put here. So they started fighting. And we've kind of been rolling around here ever since.
Did they take the treasure?
I don't know. I'm stuck here, don't you see?
Can the rest of us hear the conversation?
Yeah,
Or are we
absolutely.
too
Yeah.
far away?
No, you guys can hear this. This is a pretty, deep, grumbly, kind of joyous, voice. Yeah.
Xiphus is going to ask him who that fella is in the top of the pyramid.
No, they have one guy never came out. Who's the guy? Someone stuck up there?
Sure is.
Well, that's not good for him, because I hope he's okay.
Girk, I'm interested in this place, and we're after. I don't know if I want to tell him we're after the treasure, but we're after what's inside here. We're curious.
Are you treasure hunters? It's kind of nice to see somebody. Like I said, we've been here for a while, and it's actually it's a great privilege to be part of this great structure, because our parents and aunts, both myself and Heft and Pert, they were all part of the wall down there south in Dragon Spear Castle. It is an honor to be put in this structure. I wish there was a little bit more traffic, because I love to talk to people.
You certainly seem a jolly fellow.
Oh, yeah. Well, us elementals, we're not all about just killing and killing. We like to talk and socialize as well. Heck, I spent a long time learning how to speak in y'all's common language, so I just kind of want to speak to you. How you doing?
Well, we're trying to get to the top, to be honest with you, as I'm still standing there leaning against him, hanging onto this rope.
Well, here, let us help you. Hey, Heft and Pert, can you hear me? And you can hear him say, yeah, we can hear you. And they've got these like total twangy hillbilly voices, So all of a sudden, this pyramid starts to come to life, and you can just imagine, you guys standing around the bottom of this, and now both Aachen and Valen, you guys can hear and see this, and all of a sudden, all these arms and legs. So you can see, all these arms kind of moving Shem to the top. They're sort of like crowd surfing, you know what I mean? And they're kind of like crowd surfing him up to the top of this this leveled plateau, this beautiful pyramid. He says, there you go, little fella.
Well, any of my other friends might want to join. Would you be so kind to help anyone else that wants to join me up here?
Yeah, well, come on up.
Zyphus raises his hand. He's ready to go up.
And then you can start to
Me
hear
too.
dueling banjos playing in the background. Down, 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 down,
Like,
down,
all of a
down,
sudden, I had flashbacks to David Bowie's crotch.
But hey, he had a really nice cod piece in that movie. I remember seeing that when I was learning the common language. I watched it about 350 times. I'm just... So, I'll help you, and also, Heft and Pert will help you, but we just got one little itty-bitty problem that we got here. Hopefully you can help us.
We're willing to hear you play.
Well, I hope you are, because if you're not, I'm going to snatch you down from up there, boy. I put you up there, I can take you down. But anyway, us three, for the past couple of months, we've been having this trouble with some darn stone-born beetles infesting all over our extremities. You know, we're kind of stuck here. We can't move, except for a couple of our arms and legs, of course. But these things are terrible. They're tickling all over the place, and you can hear, yeah, they're tickling. So, you got anything that can help us with this problem?
Dorothy looks over at Steamy Tide and like, can you power wash them?
Good idea.
I need some more water. I can't actually make it, but I can make it wash over them.
So why don't you guys, everybody give me any kind of nature check. Intelligence, nature. Oh, Dorothy, you nailed it. So, Dorothy, you remember in your training as a fighter, you know that, after the battles of, years past, fighters like yourself, warriors like yourself that are born to kill, have also basic medical knowledge. And you know that there's some natural salves that you could actually create really quick with, urine and other, other ingredients that you could whip something up for these beetles, the problem that these Galebdurs are having with this infestation of beetles. And yeah, you could definitely create something that would, give them some comfort and, eliminate this beetle problem that they're having. And Valen, you and Zyphus would also know what to do. But do you think you can help me and my two siblings, Heft and Pert, out? Do you reckon?
We will do whatever we can.
Dun, 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 dun. So what are you going to do?
I love these guys.
So I guess you guys are going to create this salve. How are you guys going to create this salve? You guys got any kind of medicine packs on you or anything like that you would have? Or?
I got the urine part.
That part I got.
Do I need to snatch you down from up there? Huh? You're
I
gonna
have a
have
med
to...
kit.
Did they have any moss growing on them, perchance?
Sure, there's a little bit of moss that you could scrape some of the moss off. Absolutely. And plus, like I said, there's a little bit of fauna growing up every once in a while, some, herbs, like roots, and then inside of the gouges, you can also see some earthen roots sticking out. So you could take all that stuff and blend it together, you would think.
Right,
Wouldn't take too long.
Dorothy gathers that, then says, just a minute, fellas, and then goes behind some rubble to take care of the liquid portion of the salve.
All right, that sounds great. So give me a
Help is on the way, boys.
Yeah, with that 20 nature check, you don't have to do anything else, especially with both Zyphus and Valen with their great rolls. You guys are able to whip something up in about 10 minutes. I don't know what you guys are using, but you guys make it. All right, you got between whatever you have with your rations, your other equipment, your med kits,
I have an
guys are
alchemist flask.
Alchemist, yeah, you can use some of that stuff as well. Well, I don't know if I wouldn't open that alchemist flask though, because you know that if you open that thing up, it's like a grenade. If you pull that pin, you got to throw it. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
Dorothy's also a fairly hefty drinker, so, you know, what goes in must come out, so I'm sure there's part of that in there.
Okay. That's why you kind of step behind the rock, right?
Well, that, and I'm the only girl.
Well, I don't see any toilet paper on your character sheet, so I think you may be in trouble.
That's what that extra body hair is for.
That's what buckwheat and headlocks for down there. God! It's so good,
You know,
sorry.
pinch girls can air dry.
So good.
Oh
Exactly, dragon bait.
And that's what extra leaves are for.
Dragon bait said in chat that he can just picture these Galeb Durs with baggy overalls and suspenders. So can I, actually. That's pretty good.
That's totally what I'm picturing too.
This is absolutely ripping my voice up too. So
I thought they were more of the gas station attendants and Mayberry.
hey, how's that concoction coming? This is itching. Are you gonna? You're the one making it? Hi there. What's your name over there, lady?
Just a sec. I can't go when people are talking.
Oh.
Give her some quiet for a couple minutes, guys.
And the other couple of Galeb Durs, they start to laugh. Hell yeah!
So while she's doing her business trying to make this concoction, I'm going to go ahead and try and chat him up a little bit and ask, you know, with all this traffic you've seen lately, can you tell us who's come before us recently?
Well, were you listening to me? I said there was a couple giants. One was up there, and then another one went up there. And then they started getting into some fighting, and then one left, and that was it. I haven't seen the other one. He may be down inside, but I don't know. He may not have fit.
I must have missed that.
Can you itch right here by side of my eye? I can't reach it.
Yeah, I'll start kicking the rock hard.
Oh, that feels great. And you can, feel the whole pyramid starting to shake a little bit as he's, oh, that feels great. A little bit lower, a little bit lower. Is that dwarf going to put that salve on? Because I got a couple places she needs to put it on.
Yeah, she comes back to the group when she's done.
All right, so they help you up. All of the Galeb Dur, if you start to climb. In fact, they start to help everyone up to the plateau. And good old Gurk has taken a liking to the dwarf. And he tells you, go a little bit lower with that stuff. Go a little bit lower. I'm itching right there. So you get all of the salve on, and you can hear all three of these Galeb Durs go, that feels great. And you can see a bunch of it, as you start to put the salve on. These beetles are like scattering like roaches when you turn a light on. And then the roaches just kind of go everywhere. So looks like you've gotten rid of the infestation of beetles. And that giant did climb up there a little while ago. One came down.
Since I was up at the top, could I take a look around? I see the boulders with the runes, I assume, and I see a giant's butt and
legs and a butt. That's it. Yep. And Gert, he says, and I'll tell you one other thing. One of those giants, he yelled something. Maybe this will help. I don't know. But he yelled, "Sleet Giant King!" And then he bellowed out in some kind of pain. But that's all I remember. And then it was silent up there. We didn't see him anymore. Nice.
If we're up at the top and we see the butt,
What's up, Cody?
I'm gonna poke and shake with tip of the monster.
It's seen better days. It's definitely ripe. You can smell it, and as you poke it, some gas comes out. As you poke it. Every time you poke it, it does that.
So, are we two also up there, or are we still below?
If you wanted to go up there, the 3 Galebdurs have assisted you in getting up the pyramid. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So all of you are on the top of it, and it's a little crowded up there now. But like I said, this pyramid, you got 4 boulders, this giant's butt sticking out of it, standing up, and he's bent over and he's stuck inside. Obviously, he's dead. This guy ain't going anywhere. All right. And on these 4 boulders, there's a series of runes on each one of these boulders, and they are actually starting to glow. And now the sun has gone totally down the other side of the Great Peak Mountains, and it is dark. So whoever does not have any kind of seeing, you're going to need to be able to see, because it is not completely pitch black dark as you're standing in the middle of a dungeon or a closed room with no windows. But yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit of light.
Can just learn anything interesting from an Arcana check on those runes, possibly?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So let's see. All right. Wow, very, very nice roll. So all of these runes, you're able to tell that this giant, he basically fell prey to these runes because it is a trap. And your check was so good that I'm going to even go a step further, that this trap is connected to the runes, and it killed the stone giant, probably with one type of shock. And the trap has recharged itself, but because of that these types of runes would be much, much, much brighter, you can tell that this trap is probably not as potent as when the giant set it. And possibly, because you had a 20 roll, I'm giving you the kitchen sink.
Oh, nice.
Because this trap has probably went off several other times because of the damn giant being stuck face down and ass up, sticking out of it. And it definitely is necrotic damage, because you can see that the skin has kind of rotted away, and there is like you can hear flies and see maggots kind of buzzing around and kind of crawling at the base of where the hole is and where his body is stuck.
All right, I'm going to pass that on to my companions
But there's no other
tell them to
wounds.
be wary of that entrance.
Yeah, and you guys are all looking at this giant, and there's no other wounds on this giant. No visual wounds, it is. But he definitely died from those runes, and it was definitely necrotic damage.
What language is the runes in, if we can tell?
They're just it's just arcanic symbols and runes. So if you're not a mage or a cleric, you're really not going to know what they would say.
Yeah, Shemgar doesn't have a clue what's going on. He just wants to get in this
I'm
thing.
a cleric.
If you want to try to see what they, and seeing that this is part of this trap that was guarding this the entrance to this cache. Obviously, this is where Verada Store has given you the location to. So maybe the giant is just blocking it, and nothing else could get in. Maybe. So I'll let you do an Arcana check. If you are proficient with magic, you can do an Arcana check. If you are not proficient with magic, you can still do a check, but you're going to do it with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm an arcane cleric, but I don't have proficiency in Arcana.
But you still would know the arcanic symbols and stuff because you have the base knowledge of magic. So because they're the magic in 5e is like strands of magic of symbols and whatnot and runes. So all right, so go ahead and do an Arcana check for me. All right, Valen. Xiphus, I seen Xiphus.
You want me to give you another Arcana?
No, yes. One more. That was for your other roll, sorry. Yeah, this is for something totally different. All right. So, Valen, as you're looking at this, and with the help of Xiphus as well, you're kind of a little puzzled a little bit, Valen, and then with you two working together, you guys are both able to determine that this is pretty much a puzzle, and these 4 runes put some kind of message together. And the these series of runes have four phrases on them. All right. So,
all right.
Basically, what you guys are able to determine is these 4 phrases are asking you to say something, basically. Because when you're looking at this, the first, and you're looking at all these different these phrases. The first phrase that you guys are able to put together is, to pass, you must speak the phrase of praise. Okay. I can see everybody's going to Google right now, typing this in. As a DM, you think like that. And then that's what the first set of runes says. To pass, you must speak the phrase of praise. And then the second series of symbols, they are translated to, the first is the weather of the icy violence. The second is the greatest of all creatures. And the fourth, well, the third, the third, because there are 3 words that you need. And the first, like I said, the first series of symbols tells you to pass, you must speak the phrase of praise. And then the second group of symbols on the second rock says, the first is the weather of the icy violence. The second series of symbols on the third boulder says, the second is the grandest of creatures. And then the final, on the fourth and final boulder, says, the third is a matriarch of her land and people. The third is a matriarch of her land and people. And remember, there were humans here a year ago working with the dragons to build this temple. And that is what the Gale of Durs told you. So what do you guys think?
What was the first one again?
The first
There in
is,
chat.
it's in chat.
I see it. Okay,
The
never mind.
first is the weather of the icy violence. The second is the grandest of creatures. And the third is a matriarch. Big keyword there. Hint from the DM. Of her land and people.
So having been told that this is a word puzzle or something like that,
I have an idea, but I don't want to stand here and say it and be wrong.
I want to go back
You can say
to
it low
Gurk and
enough.
say and kind of crawl down that rope if I need to talk to him and say, what was it that you heard again?
Well, you guys can kind of talk, it's not like where it's Ash and Army of Darkness where he says, Klaatu Valerata Necktie. Or it's not like that. You guys can kind of talk amongst each other before you actually try to present, the password to this this puzzle. Because you have to press your hands on the symbols as well. I'll even give you that. You have to lay your hands on the symbol to, speak the password.
The the second one I say, is that about the dragon maybe?
I'm gonna look down to the elementals. I'm gonna say, "Hey, boys, what did that dragon look like?"
The dragon was big. It was a big red dragon. And a couple of its followers kind of took a flame breath.
Tiamat?
Weather of icy violence is
Hail.
Hail the dragon Tiamat.
Ooh. Wow, you guys are great Googlers. No, I'm just kidding. So yes, hail Dragon Queen Tiamat. Even though that was one extra word, that's close enough. Yes. All of a sudden, everything starts to rumble a little bit. And then the runes... Yeah.
Excuse you.
The runes, they disappear. Like nothing was ever even etched onto the stones. Very nice. Good job, guys. First try. And good job, Steamy, with that.
Shemgar is just going to look around and say, I don't know what the hell just happened, but as long as we can get in there.
So, the name Tiamat is spoken. And you guys remember a year ago, because you guys are part of organizations, and a year ago you guys were fledgling members of these organizations. And you were training at this point in secret locations around the Sword Coast. Because that's the only thing Wizards of the Coast talks about. We won't say you were training anywhere else, because the rest of the world doesn't exist anymore. Just Sword Coast. Sorry, that was a cheap shot to Wizards.
Except for, you know, where the cloud shines. So.
Yeah.
There's the sky. That's not technically part of it.
All right, so you guys were training, and you guys knew all about the Cult of the Dragon. This is what all of your organizations were trying to stop. And eventually, with the help of a grand group of adventurers, they stopped it. They stopped the Cult of the Dragon. They stopped the ritual of Tiamat. And although Tiamat came out of the well in the mountains, Tiamat was driven back down into the depths of the elemental chaos because of this group disturbed the ritual, the final parts of the ritual. So, all of the organizations, the Zentrum, the Harpers, Order of the Gauntlet, they were all successful together, and you guys all know this. And when you, and plus you know from Verata, remember, Verata Store, this acclaimed treasure hunter, and beloved noble of Parnast, she was part of the Zentrum as well. And, you know, if you're part of the Zentrum, you would know who she was. And she was part of that party that helped suppress Tiamat. So, and now you guys are like, holy crap. And now it's starting to hit you as like, and you know that the caches were from the Cult of the Dragon anyway. So now it's like, wow. What would have happened if Tiamat actually came to be?
I say we're on the treasure hunter for on the we're searching for the treasure of Tiamat.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Damn.
Very good.
Alright, well, looks like this trap is disarmed, but we still have a blockage here.
Yeah, I was going to say, now that you've got this rune trap deactivated with the password, you have one little problem. This big, dead, rotting giant that's clogging the damn hole.
Does anybody have any oil?
Well, I was gonna say we could either try to pull him out, or we can all get down from here and either see if these guys can sneeze or.
How bad is that necrotic damage? Is he? I mean,
It's
she
been
poked him, and he's pretty rank, right?
yeah, Every time she poked it, it excreted gas from his butt and was sticking up.
Can our hillbilly friends help us out at all with
They
this?
can't
or
reach
no?
up there. No, this is up to you guys. They can't reach because remember, half of their body is like in the grout, and then their other half they just can't reach up far enough. They could help you up to the pinnacle of the plateau, but they can't do anything else. Sorry, guys, we're kind of stuck here, or we would. And thanks for that ointment, because that stuff really solved the problem. My itch is gone.
I would have gathered up my rope, and I'm going to pose to the party an idea to tie a rope around the legs, around a leg, and hand it over to the guys to pull.
Oh, good job! Wow.
I was thinking.
Yes.
Maybe the legs will come off, or maybe they'll pull them out of the hole. Either way, it gets us a chunk that's not in our way anymore.
I was thinking of something completely else.
What's that, Alkin? Speak.
I was thinking that alchemist fire.
I got a holy hand grenade. That'll take
I-
care of it.
Yeah,
got a
I
holy
was
hand
thinking
grenade.
like with the way he's that guy is farting the moment you poke him, and an alchemist fire.
Oh, he's gonna blow him up.
I love
Yeah,
it.
blow us up.
You can kind of hide. They'll hide you on the sides, maybe. If you ask them politely enough, I'm sure the Gale of Dur would accommodate your needs. You accommodated their needs. They are very happy campers right now. They have no itches.
Dorothy could just ask him real sweet like anyway.
So what do you guys? You guys have come up with a couple of great plans. Which one are you guys going to execute?
I'll leave it to the wiser of the group to decide.
Might as well try the rope method first before we go with the explosion.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's dead enough, its flesh might be rotting off. Poke it enough, it might just slide further down.
And well,
He's all gassy and bloated too. That's why he's stuck. You know. He's all
Yeah, like letting
bloated.
the
and-
air out of a balloon.
yeah.
and while they're pulling on the rope, I will start pushing also a little bit.
So the Gale of Dur, they'll, where you'll be able to get it, hand the rope. He'll help. Sure, why not?
Yeah, so I fashioned the rope
Oh,
to
girl.
one leg. Does anyone else have 50 foot of hempen rope?
Yeah, I got it.
I throw
Yeah.
my rope also on the,
All right.
towards.
So I would suggest to have both legs on different ropes, and we tie them as close to the waist as possible.
You're gonna draw and quarter him, huh? I love it.
And then have the Gate of Dur hopefully pull in different directions as much as they can.
Yeah, because if you're using one rope is plenty enough, but the other rope you can give to a Pert, and Pert said, "Yeah, I'll pull the other leg. We'll get that sucker unstuck for you."
And I put my shoulder
I love it.
Also
Sorry, guys, for my
against it.
corny voices. I love doing them.
and help a little bit with pushing.
You should just stand on top of him and jump.
Well, if you're pulling, why are you trying to push him in if you're trying to pull him out?
No, I will pushing in the direction that they are pulling.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sure.
I'm
Because
hoping-
with my collided strength, I'm hoping to help a little bit with pushing it.
You guys can do it. So all of you get the ropes to Pert, you get the rope to Gurk, and you guys start to pull, and they say, "Hey, we need a little bit of help here." Yeah, y'all get on the rope and help pull too, because we can feel it. And you can see this, this giant's ass and legs are starting to, really start to sway back and forth. But they're like, "We need a little bit more help." So you guys are going to need to get on the rope, and we're going to do a group skill check, which there's not a whole lot of them in D&D 5e. And to explain the mechanics of a group check, it works like this. Whoever is pulling on the ropes, however many ever, you have to have at least half the group be successful with a strength check. And if 3 of the group is successful, then all of 3 of 6, then the whole group is successful, and you'll probably pull this thing out. So that's pretty much what you guys needed. That's how a group check works in 5e.
You want athletics, Dave?
You guys can use strength, and if you have athletics, you can also add your proficiency bonus. So yes. So
given it's my idea, I'm going to go ahead and burn advantage on this one.
Okay. Anybody using inspiration or anything? I guess not.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not that good at strength checks, so I'll
Okay.
burn mine too.
Yeah, Zyphos will use his too.
Okay. Wow, they've nailed it.
Oh,
Wow.
I throw it in there. I throw it
They've
wrong. I throw it in the chat.
okay.
Mine roll.
And also deduct your inspirations if you use it, please. All right, very nice. So you had 4 people successful. Very nice. So as you help the Gale Obdurs, you're helping both Gurk and Pert. All of a sudden you start to hear flesh ripping. And boom, you basically pull half of the giant out. Basically from his about midsection. And then you can, he's basically, and then all of a sudden, the smell, yeah, a bunch of gas comes out,
Oh,
and
God.
you guys are, and when you guys are pulling on this thing, every time you guys are yanking, it's going, and all of a sudden you guys get it unstuck. I'm tired of making, well, I'm not tired, I'm sorry, I'm making all these noises. I'm trying to make it as real as I can as a dungeon master for my players. I'm trying to weave the tale, guys. So this thing is making all kinds of bloating, farting noises.
If there wasn't a farting noise somewhere.
It's officially a D&D game now. If I either make a farting noise, or if Lord Acid Characters goes down unconscious, it's officially a game. So we are now officially a game. All right. So this thing is rocking and rolling. You guys get it pulled. You hear the flesh repping, and you pull this giant out. And now the smell is just absolutely horrendous.
When we
It's
get back to town,
yeah,
somebody's buying me a whole lot of drugs.
so, and all of a sudden, good old Hoots falls down out of the sky from the stench.
He's dying to everything.
No, actually, Hoots was on your shoulder, and Hoots just kind of fell off of your shoulder. Hoots is okay. He was just from that obnoxious gas from the giant. It knocked Hoots out, and he just basically just fell off of your shoulder. He said,
He kind of faded up.
fell on the ground. All right, so now you guys have this this hole. There is a huge hole in the middle of the top of this plateau, and it looks like the top portion of the giant fell into the pyramid.
How far?
Who's doing it?
How far down does the hole go?
Yeah, what can we see from the top of the
Okay,
hole?
so who's looking in? Who has dark vision? Who has light? It is, like I said, it is dark outside, and looking into that hole is pitch black darkness.
Zyphus has dark vision. He'll look in.
Okay, you have dark
As well
vision.
as Shaggy.
Yeah, same.
Everybody that has dark vision, you can see down to the very bottom, because you have 60 feet of dark vision, and you can just barely see the bottom of the floor.
I'm as
And you can
blind
see-
as an ox.
You are blind, and you can see the upper torso and the head of the giant that is laying down on the floor. As your eyes kind of focus for as dark as it is in there, because there's absolutely no light. You're looking down, and you can actually see a couple of little bloated corpses down there too. You're not able, because of how far you are away, but you can distinctly see that there are some other bloated bodies down there on the floor as well. And maybe something in the corner looks like maybe like a box or something that's down there, but that's off to the, you're trying to look down into the hole, and it's off to the side too much.
All right. Who has rope and who wants to go down?
I don't know who's eager about grabbing the fleshy, corpse-filled rope of mine, but you can certainly have it.
I've got a fresh roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and swap you if you don't mind.
Well, you can. Yeah, I'll use this and then take it
That
back.
sounds like a fair trade. I'll trade you my shit-infested.
Here, why don't you take this?
sticky
I know how to
rope.
tie I can tie this knot. Take my rope.
That corpse, well, the lower torso, every once in a while is still letting out some gas. Every once in a while. I mean, not much, but every once in a while you hear a or something like that.
You just take my rope, Jim, and I'll get a new coil later.
Before anyone goes down, I want to drop a match down there.
Oh God, it's about to blow this pyramid sky high.
Treasure. You know that, right?
You mean a torch? Drop a torch down there?
No,
You
just
know-
like a match.
The match goes out by the time it hits. If you try to do a tinder twig or something like that, yeah, the match would go out before it even hit.
All right. So here's what I think is going to happen.
You can do a couple things. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Now remember, if you're a mage or something, if you have cantrips and you have light, remember you can cast it on there too, and you can see.
I was waiting for them to use the dark vision before I lit up anything, though.
Oh, if that's what you want to do, Val, go for it.
Here's my
Any-
thought.
Any stones I can pick up?
You're on a stone pyramid. There are plenty of stones around.
I need one about the size of my hand.
Okay.
How wide is
Chris
this
and
hole?
Ray on
I know
YouTube, what's up?
apparently,
Good to see you guys.
How wide?
Thanks for hanging out.
It was bloated. So
Yeah, it is definitely large enough. It's almost 10 foot around, so it is large enough for everybody to travel into. You know, the hole is big enough for you guys to slide down a rope for sure. No check is needed for sliding down.
It's
the
just
rope. I'm
it's
not
just
gonna do
straight
that to you
down.
guys.
here's
Straight
my thought.
down. Yep.
We get a clean rope. Whoever we need, a couple with a good strength up here, hold on to the rope. One of us with dark vision, if it has to be me, fine. Go down, slide down the rope. Tie what we need to the rope. Pull on it a little bit. Pull up what we need to until we have all of what we need up, and then whoever's down there ties the rope back themselves. Whoever's up here, pull them back up.
There's nothing here to tie the rope to.
Yeah, sure.
So
there's
I
plenty, yeah.
can't just
Plus,
drop a torch.
Huge
you can-
boulders
if
all
you-
around.
Yeah, you can drop a torch if you want to light a torch and drop it down, deduct it off of your sheet, and yeah, you could use a torch. Absolutely.
Could I firebolt the clothing of the giant or something and light it up?
Sure, if you want to get creative like that, sure. And now it is brightly lit down there, like it's in the middle of the day, and you can see what appears to be maybe a treasure chest off to one side, because you can kind of see the corner of it, and you can see all of the metal workings of the chest, and it appears to be closed. And then, you know, as you guys can see, there are probably almost a half dozen what appears to be kobold corpses that are down there. And there's, you know, they're dead, they're bloated, and plus all around these kobolds and the upper torso of this giant that just fell down there, well, the dead giant, that was when you guys saw it. There's some digging implements, some picks, some shovels, and they appear, and a couple of them are kind of, you know, broken as well. And a couple of these are lying beside the kobolds, so you're able to determine that the tools were for the kobolds because of the relative size they are compared to the kobold itself. And that's pretty much what you guys see. 60 foot down. The rope drops in. Who's going down first? Who's going down second? I mean, no order. Everybody goes down, or who's going down first, though?
I'm staying up. I'm going to pull on the rope.
Okay, so you're gonna help. Okay, you can anchor it. There's plenty of rocks to anchor it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm
You're gonna watch
one
the-
who's going to pull them up, help them pull up.
Okay, sounds good.
Whatever
Sure.
needed.
You can do that. Absolutely.
Okay,
No checks
then
needed.
Shem will head down.
I
Okay.
am going to tie some cloth around my face to help hide the stench, and then I'll go down.
All right. I like what the Lich DM said. Good to see you, Lich. I haven't seen Lich in a long time. The Lich DM said, "Send the tastiest down first." I love it. Speaking as a true Lich he is. All right, so we're going to put up here. Well, you guys are on the rubble and stuff, so you guys, I don't know who's going down first. I guess it would be Dorothy going down first.
Yeah, I think Dorothy, then followed by Shem.
Yeah, Zyphus is going to follow Shem down.
Okay, so everybody's going down basically except for Aachen. He's going to
Yeah,
Watch.
I'm the one
is going to be pulling everybody
watching
up.
and pulling up everything.
Okay.
I'm actually going to stay up too. I ain't going down in that stink hole.
Okay, so the four of you, all of you go down. Shem, Val, Dorothy, and also Zyphus, sorry. You guys go down, have no problems getting down. Nice dry rope. Corpses down there, they are definitely kobolds. And you see in the corner of this pyramid, and you can see, you know, it's been kind of plastered from the inside. And in the corner of this pyramid, there is a hole. About perfect enough for a kobold to fit through. And there are 2 treasure chests in this tomb as well, one on opposite corners. And then, like I said, there's the digging implements all around. There's also some beautiful, drawings on the wall, sort of like hieroglyphics would be, of, Tiamat the dragon, the beautiful 5-headed dragon. All kinds of cultists, bowing and worshiping to Tiamat. All kinds of items just drawn everywhere. Beautiful golden chest, and there's also the same map that you guys are looking at that you had gotten on the corpse of Verada Store. It is also drawn on the inside of this. Identical. No other additional... it actually it has the 3 other locations of the other 3 caches, but they line up to the notes that Verada already had there. So what do you guys think? Couple of closed chests?
From the tales I've heard of the Cult of the Dragon, they didn't leave too much unsecured. I'm fearful of traps.
I'm going to take one of the broken tools, pick it up, and throw it at one of the chests.
Okay, it hits, and nothing happens. I like that. Good job.
I'm going to do the same with the other chest.
Same thing. Nothing happens. Just hits.
I'd like to maybe I did a perception check, but are there any other footprints before we start walking around?
No, it doesn't look like anything has been in here for the amount of time, except for these kobolds. But except
Do they
for...
look like they fell in as well, or they...
Where's your check? Where's your...
Oh, I did. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Give me an investigation check. Seeing that you're kind of looking around for something in particular. Not really. You don't see anything else, but just the kobold stuff. The broken picks and whatnot.
Okay, well I'm going to start
bad of
making...
a roll.
The chests are on the east and west side?
Yep, whatever corners you want, sure.
Are they too far gone to tell how they died, these kobolds?
You can give me a medicine check if you'd like to try to determine the cause of death. Sure. As you roll the kobold over with your great check, you can see that its entire torso is ripped open like a can opener ripped it open. And as you turn it over, it's all kinds of flies kind of poof out of it, and all these maggots are. So yeah, something definitely ripped these things. Probably a huge axe or something like that.
Shem's a bit taken aback by that, and he'll grab a hand axe in his offhand.
They've died at the hands of something with a big slashing weapon. But no, you did not see any footprints though, because you had a horrible roll. That's why. But something killed these kobolds with a big weapon, because all 6 of these kobolds died by the same type of trauma.
Since the giant broke in half, I'm gonna look around and see if he had a weapon that could have done this.
Yeah. You find Shem, as you're looking around, and both you and Dorothy find a piece of parchment or a crumbled piece of paper that rests next to one of the kobolds' bodies. You find a message, and I'm going to drop it on both of your characters, and you can do what you want with it. So there you go, you two. And on the corpse of the giant, you also find a necklace made of human ears. You can, because they're not pointy, they're definitely human ears, or maybe dwarf ears or something like that. You find a broken magnifying glass, totally worthless, and and it's missing the actual magnifying glass itself. It's just the frame, basically. And you also found a deck of playing cards, and this deck of playing cards has been marked up all to hell, to where if you tried to bring this deck of cards into a game, you would immediately probably be in a barroom brawl, because they're all marked up so bad, and anybody could tell that they were marked. And then, like I said, the only thing that you see are all the kobold tracks. You didn't see anything else. But something killed these things. They basically come up through this hole in the corner of in this temple, about the size of a kobold.
So I'd actually like to check that hole out a little bit, if I could.
Sure. Pitch black. You look into it, and then it kind of twists, and you lose sight of where it goes. And you climb in as far as you can, but eventually you almost get stuck, and you're able to, with the help of everybody else, they pull you back out.
Back to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any runes on them like the other one did? The one that was cursed, the first cat?
No, there's no types of runes on these.
Are we able to speak to the Gate of Dur from in here?
No, probably not. No, his face is on the mouth, and everything is on the other side. I mean, he might be able to hear you. I mean, maybe, but you probably wouldn't be able to hear him. No, actually, you wouldn't be able to hear you, because, like I said, the inside of these walls are plastered, because of all of the drawings and whatnot on them.
So I'll look at Dorothy and say, "You've thrown your tools. We've done our searching. It's time for some loot. Which one's first?"
These traps, I mean, these chests do not look trapped. And that stuff that you found was absolute garbage on the giant. I mean, if you want them as novelty items, sure, you can put down broken magnifying glass and marked up set
necklace
cards.
Of ears.
Yeah, necklace of human ears. I'm
actually going to take the necklace, if you don't mind.
Sure, you can do that. Absolutely. Just put a necklace of ears from inside of the pyramid, stone pyramid. Just you'll have to create an item for it. So.
Yep.
So what are you guys doing with this? What are you guys doing with that note to get back to that? Anything else, or because I know you guys could see this and read it. Are you guys going to be telling anybody else or showing anybody else, or because there's a couple other people down there?
Yeah, I would.
And they
I
would
would
see
share
you
the
looking at the
party.
note anyway. So, all right. So I'll share it with the.
I would give it a read through, and then Dorothy's seen it, so I'd hand it off to Sisyphus. And can you?
Okay.
It seems to make sense to me. Hopefully, they didn't get out of here with the treasure.
Yeah, there's Xiphus and there's also there's Val. So all four of you guys on there can see this now. Should be able to, anyways. There you go. Third and Val. There you go, all four. So the chest, they visually do not look like they're trapped from the outside.
Yeah, so I say we start with the east one.
Sure. All right.
I'm gonna walk on up to it unless anyone has a better suggestion.
Okay.
Doesn't sound as though anyone does. And I'll try to open it.
Everybody, I think it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I think everybody's getting tired.
I was reading the note.
All right. So anybody else moving the chest, doing anything else with them? Anything? Anyone?
They're gonna cower back so this thing just explodes me.
All right, Shem, what are you doing? Nobody else is.
I am. I'm gonna check out the chest. I'm gonna give it one once over, kind of feeling around the edges, looking for any trip wires or anything. And having felt nothing, or hoping to have felt nothing, I will try to crack it open very slowly.
Sure, you give it a. It's definitely locked. I mean, you give it a good. I mean, you're just gonna hit it with your weapon or whatnot.
I seen that it wouldn't open. I'll see if can I pick the whole thing up.
Sure, you can. This chest, yeah, you pick it up. Actually, nothing happens.
Yeah, so I'll pick it up and I'll start walking it over to the rope.
Okay, sure. You walk it right over to the rope. Nothing
Tie it
happens.
to the rope and ask
Tug
Aachen.
on
I give Aachen the heave ho go to and say haul her up.
Okay, so you get the old hee-hove command up there, Aachen and Steamy. So you guys start winching this chest up, and then after.
Start pulling on the rope.
All right, after about 15, 20, 30 seconds, a chest, a beautiful oaken chest, is up on the top. Yep, we can hear you.
Yep.
All right, so the other chest, you want to haul that one up too, I guess?
Yeah, I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'll walk over to the chest.
Yeah, after I put.
Hell, I would have walked it over to where the rope was while he was walking that one over. It's just nobody could hear me when I was talking.
Okay, well, the chest that you grabbed, Mrs. Dorothy, was attached to the floor. That did not move, but you had seen Shem, he picked the other one up, no problem at all. But this one it's either full of something that's totally heavy, or it's attached to the floor, one or the other.
Dave, and when I pulled it up on top, I picked the boulder, put it on the end of the rope, and lowered it down so it would quickly go down.
Sure. All right. You got it back down there. Second chest is ready to come up, but unfortunately, the second chest is stuck to the ground. Or full of something so heavy.
Either I can't lift this by myself, or... And then
Could
she
be.
grabbed the crowbar out of her backpack.
Okay.
We're gonna need a little work done.
So you two are going to pretty much lift it up or pry it up or what?
Yeah, I've got a crowbar as well, so I'm gonna have her see if we can slam it into both sides. And are we trying to open this, Dorothy, or are we trying to just move it?
Move it.
Well, both of you guys are fighters. Both of you have a high strength. Both of you have crowbars. I'm not even going to make you have to roll. So, as you start prying on this thing basically you shatter the bottom, and the top of the chest, all four walls of the chest and the top, basically pop off of this bottom, and the bottom is a false. It was a false bottom basically, because you guys were just ripping that chest, and there was nothing in the chest. What was holding is now there's something. There's a false bottom here, and you kind of move the wood around, and there is another small little door that was under this chest, which was falsely bottomed. Definitely of a high quality to, so they definitely spent some money trying to hide this.
So how the door would be about how wide?
Probably about maybe 8 inches or so. 8 inches.
I think we should open the other chest before we start this one. Make sure there's nothing in there that's worthwhile.
All right, I'll hold off, but I'll keep the crowbar in my hand, ready to see if we can open this other door.
Okay. So
The other
you guys
chest was hauled up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was able to yell up to Orchid and Steamy to see if they can open the chest, get that thing open, and see what's inside.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all the word. That's all you need to say to him. So, yeah,
As
this.
I pull my battle axe and I start working on the
Whoa! Don't break the chest.
no,
I break whatever's
start
in it.
on the lock. If there is a lock on it, I
Correct.
start battle axe on the lock.
Well, Steamy said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" As you lift your axe up, he's going, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!"
I want to try something real quick. I'm going to
Okay.
take out my water skin, and using my innate ability, I'm going to kind of manipulate the water that's in it, pull it out, and see if I can't manipulate the tumblers of the lock to try and unlock the chest with the water.
Wow, I like that.
What kind of magic is that?
Something I was born with. Deal with it.
That is a great idea, and you know, no Dungeon Master's Guide ever teaches you anything like that, and that is great. So first off, I like it. Secondly, you're able to put the water in there. You form the key, you get it open, and there's nothing in it. So there's nothing in the chest, and you can add inspiration to your character sheet again, because that was awesome. Good job. Wow. And then you got the Goliath going, huh? What is this?
What kind of magic is this?
Good job.
Holy water.
So what's in there? What have you found?
It appears empty. Does it? I
Empty.
gotta feel around in it. Is there like a false bottom in this one?
Nope. It's a normal old chest.
Well, I'll give a look at Dorothy and say, if we're going to get anything out of this trip, it better be in this hole.
If we're gonna get anything out of this trip, someone's buying me some ale when we get back to town.
I would go ahead and reach and see if we can open up this false bottom, or what was beneath the false bottom.
I'm gonna
Okay.
put my crowbar away and keep my long sword at the ready.
All right. Sounds good. So you guys start prying, right?
If we need to, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, you're gonna need to pry because it has a latch as well. I love it.
Yeah, I figure one of us pry it open, the other one stand guard in case something pops out of that shit.
Best part of not having a rogue in the group.
Doing all I
love it.
can to stick the crowbar in there.
Oh, good.
See if I can get a good grip in it. And
Oh, you
if,
definitely do. And you rip this
I
thing
will-
up.
the last little give go would be I can't move it too hard with my hands, so I end up jumping onto the top of it to pop it open.
No, so that's beautiful. That's music to a dungeon master's ears. Because as you majestically jump on this crowbar, the false top flies off, and all of a sudden you hear a click, and then all of a sudden you're just covered and this blackish, greenish, gooey, sticky liquid as it sprays out on you. Now I'm going to give both of you a chance to tumble out of the way as you start to feel your flesh starting to burn, and you can start to see your armor starting to sizzle and smoke. So everybody, you two give me a dex saving throw as you are sprayed with acid. Dorothy, you fail your saving throw. You are just taken back by. I think you might be just in awe watching watching Shem jump on this. Shem, you're able to, as you jump, you kind of like do a backflip out of the way. So I'm going to roll some damage. Okay.
So it dodges me just to go right into Dorothy's face.
Correct. So Dorothy, you're going to take a total of 15 acid damage.
Oh, shit.
You saved, Aachen, so you take 7 acid damage. So, did you go unconscious?
I have 13 hit points.
You fall unconscious.
It shouldn't be Aachen, it should be Shem.
Shem, sorry about that. Shem, you take 7, which I will add to your sheet. Dorothy, you are unconscious. So, you hear a I don't know what it would sound like as you're, have this stuff in your mouth, all over your face and your eyes, all over yourself, but you were totally surprised by this. And you black out.
Gurgly final girl scream.
She falls over. Poof. Until she's still breathing.
So
lightly.
I actually do the scream because people are asleep. So.
I'd love to hear that scream. Save that for later for another game. So, what about what you're doing there, Shem, and also Val?
So Shem
and Zyphus.
So at least I got out of the way. Sounds like I got a little bit of that acid on maybe my arms or.
Yeah, you did.
Not on my armor
and whatnot.
Okay, on my face. So I get the dirt immediately on the acid to try and get it off my face. And as soon as I notice Dorothy lying still, I will run over, kind of ashamed that I caused this to her, and apply a healing kit. I'll make sure that she's stabilized at least.
Sure, you stabilize her. You carefully get you rub dirt on her and all that other stuff, and
make sure and get as much of the acid dissolved or off of her, or not doing whatever it can do.
They would probably have to pee on me to neutralize it.
A lot of her beard is just melted away. I mean,
she's gonna be pissed.
It's all curled up and nubby and stuff. Oh yeah, she's gonna be pissed. But you get her stabilized. You get her pulled to the side. Now,
Zyphus will come up with his healing potion and feed it to Dorothy.
All right. You give her a potion? Sure.
I owe her one anyway.
You come too. All right.
Once that's kind of settled, I'll see if I can't look back in that trapped door, and hopefully there's something worthwhile in there.
There is what appears to be a ledger case. A ledger case. Something probably holding some kind of tomb or tome. I better say tome. I call everything tomb, but I'll quit being a hillbilly and I won't call that book a tomb. I'll call it a tome tonight. So yeah, you have a tome case. And it's sealed. It's got a little bit of damage from the acid, but not too much. And you shake it, and it sounds like there is a book or a ledger or something like that, or a tome. Tome, tome.
Yeah, so I would definitely take the tome. I don't have a whole lot of need for books, so why don't I throw it towards Zyphus and see if he can figure out what the heck this is all about. So I didn't come here for a book, I came here for gold and treasure.
All All right,
Yes.
so he passes it to you. You open it up, and you're looking around. You're looking through it, Xiphus, and you remember some of these names as Cult of the Dragon members, and you have their locations of where they were born, where they live. And as you're scrolling through this book is filled with a ton, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names and whatnot, and their positions that were in the Cult of the Dragon. So this is worth quite a bit to your organization, if you know what I'm talking about. Because, not all of the Cult of the Dragon was caught.
Yeah, it looks like we got some pretty interesting information here, and I'll describe what you said to the others down there with me.
And then Dorothy starts to finally come to, just hear her kind of rumble, "Son of a monkey's uncle, what the fuck?"
Nice.
I'm just gonna keep silent and just kind of stand up straight and hopefully turn a little bit to the side, trying not to look at this grotesquely singed beard, which was 5 minutes ago this beautifully lush, groomed thing.
Yep, it's singed. So you guys get back up to the top of the pyramid. This handout, I'm sure you guys would show Aachen and Steamy. Well, this I'm going to share it to everybody now, seeing that everybody would have access to this. And this handout says, "Your tribe is wise to have accepted our offer to serve us and Lord Thrym. Sorry about that. We have provided you the instructions and the tools you need. When you have received the treasure from within the pyramid, meet at the agreed upon location. You will be paid for your work, and we will let your tribe live. Remember, if our stone-skinned brothers find you, you do not tell them of the agreement with us, or they will kill you. Deader than dead could be." So, kobolds found this treasure. Probably a giant or something else killed them. Maybe threw him down into the hole. Maybe not. You have no clue. But there was no visual evidence from another giant, because I didn't. In 1 second, sorry about that, Aachen. You did not see any footprints there, Shem, as you were looking. I didn't hear anybody else say, "Hey, I'm looking for footprints" either. But yeah, Aachen, go ahead.
What language is this written in?
It is written in Common. So, good job tonight, guys. So, do you guys want to go back to? Do you guys want to go back to Parnast, or do you want to continue on to the next cache? The Gale of Murs also help you down to the base of the stone pyramid as well.
Well, we got to take those downtime days in between.
Yeah, my vote would be to take our long rest, and it would seem as though we're fairly close to the third cache from here.
Yeah, and also,
if I remember correctly,
you are, and it's also, I'm sorry about that. As you're looking through more of this Xiphus, as you're getting towards about the halfway point of this thick tome, it's basically, as you lift it, there's 2 other slots that are embedded into the rest of the pages where it's kind of cut out, and it's holding 2 items. The first is a scroll, and the second is a potion of healing. You can look at the potion and just see that it's a potion of healing. You see a little red heart pulsing in the middle of this red vial of liquid, so you can tell that it's a healing potion. But now there's the scroll as well, and you do not know what that is unless you open it up and, stuff like that.
Yeah, can I open it and identify it by seeing what's written on it?
Do you have identify that you can use as a ritual or anything like that?
I do not, Dave.
Okay, you can give me an arcane check instead. plenty. All I needed was a DC 10. It is a scroll of comprehend languages. Very nice item. So you have a potion of healing, a scroll of comprehend languages, and you know that this book will yield you 300 gold. And you'll split that between all of you. So,
Ooh.
what do you guys think? Are you guys heading on to the third location, or are you going back to Parnast? I've heard a couple of each, I think.
My vote's to go back to town.
Zyphus is good with either way.
Okay.
Either way,
Me the same.
All right. So let me.
To the next cache it is.
All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll. I like it. We'll go ahead and add everybody to the party sheet. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. I think everybody's in there. So I'll award all 6 of you 100 XP for the night. So Zyphus, Steamy, Aachen, Shem, Dorothy, and Valen all got 100 XP. Don't forget to change your total. And also for loot, 300 gold. Who wants the potion of healing and who wants the scroll of comprehend languages? Party's unanimous decision on these items.
You guys mind if I replay my potion I use?
Yeah, I'd say go for it. Shim's not interested in either of us.
I had one I bought earlier, so I didn't use it.
You are more than welcome to the potions, man.
Yeah, take the potion.
And Zyphus offers to carry this scroll. He can read it in case they need it later.
Okay. Zyphus, the loot whore tonight, taking everything. I like it.
Greedy.
All right, so there you go.
I would ask Zyphus for that book. I'll just carry it for the group. I have plenty of room in the backpack.
Yeah, I'll hand that over.
All right, so there you go, Zyphus. You've got
Book was sold, wasn't it?
the 50 gold apiece. You've got the scroll, and you've got the healing potion. So there you go. It's on your character sheet. It's identified for you. So for your log sheets tonight, you'll put 50 gold. You'll put 100 experience points. And also you will go ahead and each get 5 days of downtime. So there is a special reward for Mrs. Dorothy because she had the highest nature check of everyone. She had a 20. You are going to get the story reward called Friend of Pert, P-R-R-R-T. So seeing that you helped alleviate the suffering of a Galeb Dur named Pert, it tells others of its kind of your kindness, that, you know, these Gurs, they do love to roll around the Gray Peak Mountains. And they've told all of their friends, and you've got a positive reputation among the elemental earth creatures in not only the Gray Peak Mountains, but the Sword Coast as well. So, as an action, you can attempt a DC 10 Charisma Persuasion check to convince any earth elemental or any earth creature not to attack you. And as long as you do not attack the creature or other elemental earth creatures, it listens to you. Now, this, however, does not protect your allies. And you will lose the reward if you ever attack or harm a earth elemental. So I'm going to put this in the chat, and then you can paste that onto your character sheet somewhere. There you go.
That's cool.
Yep, that reward went to the highest person, or the person that went to create the concoction itself and stuff. So I know you and she had rolled, and she had a 20, you had a 16. So just give it to the highest roller. So this is a DDAL05 mission 2, and I'm putting it in the chat now, and you can put this on your sheet. And let's see. Mission 2 is Upon the Stones. There you go. And you can just drag and drop that onto your log sheet. 50 gold, 100 XP, and 5 days of downtime.
Any renown for that book?
You do not get any renown.
And then just the one magic item for the scroll, right?
Yeah, but the scroll is really not considered a magic item. Even though I think it's described as one, I've been told they're not. So
It really
Okay.
should say permanent magic item.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But great game, guys. I mean, seriously, great game. This is it was fun. And
Yeah, it was good.
thank you for playing, and we'll say the other 3 that usually aren't in the game, they go back to Parnas and Shen, Val, and Xiphus. You guys carry on. All right?
Excellent.
And then we'll say that even Hootie, the awesome familiar that he is, he actually brings the gold to you guys. And if you guys want to buy any healing potions, you can spend your 50 gold for tonight and buy a healing potion and add that to your character sheet too. Because Hootie will we'll just say that Hootie's so awesome. Who? And he goes and does all the transactions for you. He's a great familiar.
He comes alone. He sits on my shoulder when we go to town, and I'll send him back with potions.
He loves you. He loves you, Alkin, because he's literally eating the wax out of your ears, like picking bugs out of the earth. You're a Goliath, dude. You got plenty of earwax. I love it. So he's picking the earwax, like picking bugs out of the dirt. I love it.
Nice clean ears.
I love it. Thanks, guys, for playing. We're going to call it here for the night, and we'll continue on with Mission 3 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave, man. I had a good time.
Awesome.
Yep, thanks, guys. It was fun. So
Good talking to everybody.
Yep. I will see you guys later. I'm going to go hang out, and I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to hang out with everybody in the stream for a little bit.
All right,
Thanks,
later, my
guys.
man. Yep.
Later.
All right, everybody. So that was a fun ass game tonight. I hoped everybody had a good time. It was a great time, actually. Thanks, guys, for all of the follows, whether you're on Hitbox or Beam or Ustream or YouTube or Twitch. Thanks, guys, for all the follows. I totally appreciate it. Kaz over in YouTube, you asked what program is this? This is Fantasy Grounds. Check it out at www.fantasygrounds.com. It is the best virtual tabletop out. Chris Rees over in YouTube, what's up? Thanks, Rad, for hanging out. Good to see you, Rad. Dragonbait, thanks for hanging out. Roger, what's going on? Skyblade. Puck, good to see you again, buddy. Lich DM, thanks for hanging out, man. Good to see you, Lich DM. Really good to see you, bud. Ray and Chris over in YouTube, what's going on? J-Dog, wow, J-Dog's here. Dude, it's been a while, J-Dog. If you haven't been in, wow, I didn't see you, man. J-Dog, what's going on? Cody, what's going on, buddy? Good old Tally Dark Star. Red Fox, thanks for hanging out. Wow, so many people. Rhyme. Duffs. Dr. Swole. Dr. Swole said, "What the fuck?" when I was doing my giant voice. He said, "What the fuck?" I just kind of laughed. It was so funny. I guess you just had to have been there. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. I'm going to start streaming my games more on YouTube. So, and on Hitbox and all the other platforms out there. So if you guys did not know, you can go to my Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv twitch.tv/table_topping. And you guys can just go to the channel, and it will automatically start accruing you gold pieces. And in the future, your gold pieces are going to be able to purchase you buffs and stuff for the monsters in the game, for the players, and you'll be able to do all this through the website. And in the website, my website, digitaldungeonmaster.com, will notify me in Twitch chat. And I'll know that, hey, so-and-so bought a boon of the underworld for the monsters, or bought the monsters a full heal, or something like that. So it's pretty cool. That's coming in the next couple of months. And the only way that you can get the XP is hanging out in the channel. And also if you donate to the channel, if you are a subscriber on Twitch, if you're a subscriber on Hitbox, if you're a patron from my Patreon page, you also get an EXP stipend every month. So, and then there's going to be other larger rewards. King Boff DP, thanks man. King Boff of Double Penetration. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. So yes, you will be able to purchase spots in games. You'll be able to create goofy NPCs that I'll role play out. Or if you would even want to come into the game and role play these NPCs out for a night, you can do that as well. So there's going to be a lot of things that you can do with your gold pieces. All right. So does anybody have any questions from any of the channels? I can see all of you guys simultaneously. I have a great, I have an awesome app that allows me to see all of the chats all over the place. And if you guys want to have access to our community Discord channel, where you can get in and talk and all that stuff, check out the patron page. It is the $1 level. I put it at the lowest level. And you'll also get my weekly treasure chest, which is like stuff that I just, first thing that comes to my mind, I just type it out for the week. So you get that, and you'll get access to all the other rewards at the $1 level, which for the $1 level is awesome. And then the higher you contribute, you can get into the Adventures League games that I host on Friday nights. Also, if you and your friends want to hire a Dungeon Master, I'm available for that as well on a late Saturday night. I know a lot of people are opposed to that, and I'm totally okay with that. But ever since I've downgraded on how much content I've been creating, there's kind of been a backlash saying, Dave, why aren't you doing all this content anymore? And I would love to do this full time, guys, but I have to survive, and I have to keep the roof over my head. I have to keep the awesome internet connection that I have so I can stream in HD. I have to pay commissions to artists. And I want to do that more, and I can't do that without working full time. So I'm working and doing this. So, but if you want to, I would love to do this full time, and I would love to be able to do this full time and just do nothing but create content. And I would love to hire a couple people. I would love to hire a publicist. That does nothing but like Twitter and shit like that. I'd love to hire a videographer that does nothing but do nothing but edit my videos and upload those to YouTube and stuff. But being a one-man operation, it takes a lot of time. So, well. So, there is a King Boff. There is going to be a schedule up on my website on Monday. It will be on my main page. Well, there is a schedule on the main page, digitaldungeonmaster.com. You can scroll down, and there is, I do have what I do every day. So, but I do have an open Saturday night, late Saturday night. The game will probably start at 8, 9, or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you and your friends want to become patrons at that level, then I will do a game for you 3 weeks out of 4 weeks. So, and if you just want to jump in these Adventures League games from time to time, check out that patron level. So you can do that. And I appreciate it, guys. But, you know, I would love to do this full time, but I can't. I have to work full time until then. So, all right. When is the stream for DDEX? Which are you talking about? 2, Series 1. I'm sorry, DDEX1. Are you talking about that, Chris? That'll be next Friday. We do Adventures League every Friday, and we rotate them. So this Friday and every other Friday is the Series 5. It's Tyranny of Dragons. Then next Friday and every other Friday is DDEX1, Tyranny of Dragons. So next Friday is Tyranny of Dragons. Next Friday after that will be Storm King Sunder. Then it'll rotate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So every other Friday. And then every 5 weeks or so, I'll take a week off. Because I'm trying to take a week off from every game, so I at least have some time to myself. And I'm not doing this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get burnt out again like I did 6 months ago. So yeah, we do rotate those, Chris. Tyranny of Dragons will be next week, and every other week after that. And they start at 6 p.m. Eastern. The AL5, the Tyranny of Dragons stuff, starts Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. But that is going to go to 9 p.m. Eastern later. And I do that for the West Coasters. So if you're on the West Coast, then the 9 o'clock start time will be perfect for you, because it'll be 6 p.m. and you'll be off work by then. Hopefully, unless you have a crazy schedule or a nighttime, which isn't really crazy, but you get what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to space it out for everybody. All right, guys, gals, any questions in any of the channels? I'd love to hear from you. Any questions, comments, concerns? Anybody over in YouTube got anything to say? Anyone in Beam or Hitbox? I see there's a couple people over in those channels. Anyone? Any questions? Please feel free to ask now, because I'm fixing to shut the stream off. And I'm fixing to start working on stuff I need to do. Rad, you've got quite a bit of gold, Rad. Rad, you've been around for a long time. Yeah, you're welcome, Joe. Thanks for a great game, man. Thanks for playing, and good job on, you know, pulling the corpse of the Giants out of the hole, drawn and quartered style. And good job tonight with Anime, you know, using his Ganassi innate power to create a key with his water that he basically injected into the chest. Thankfully, that wasn't trapped, or it would have exploded, and he and Lord Acid would have had to do a saving throw. Evbro, Jards over in YouTube. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, man. Yeah, Rad, you'll have to do that, and you'll have to sit in on that NPC. And I'll be able to put the voice to the face. Well, the voice to the name. I'm trying to get Puck to do that too. We need to get Puck in here. Puck's been one of the very first people that subscribed to the YouTube channel. I mean, to the Twitch channel when I became a partner. And Puck's been around. Puck's been super busy lately. But it's good to see everybody coming out of the woodwork. I appreciate you guys watching. And I'm going to be doing more broadcasts. I'm going to be doing some Football Manager. I know you D&D guys out there you call me a traitor when I play video games, but guys, I got to do something else. You know, D&D 24/7 is just, it's not good for anybody. So I do like to kick back a little bit on my lighter days and play some Path of Exile, some Diablo 3. I might start playing some Dark Age of Camelot again. I love to play Football Manager. You guys really love to see me play Football Manager because I cuss my team out in like talks. I mean, I really get serious about that, and I role play. I role play my my manager. I role play the shit out of him. Oh yeah, I pull players aside and say, "Look here, mother effer," and that's like totally 18 plus on that. No, but I do get I get a lot of messages and stuff, Rad, and I've got a few of those. I can't believe I subscribed to your Twitch channel to watch you play D&D, and you're playing Football Manager. How dare you? I actually had a guy ask for a refund. He's like, you played Football Manager twice this week. What is going on? But he didn't mention about the 5 fucking games the 5 D&D games I DM'd. I was like, dude, what do you want? Man. Man. Oh, it's happened. It's happened, Rad. Rad just pickpocketed Miss Scarlet. I didn't see it. What did you roll, Rad? What was the roll, Rad? In fact, let's roll it. I'll break out my Numenera dice. Great game, by the way. Oh, yeah, you're up shit creek. I rolled a 5, Rad. You're in trouble. Not too bad. Not too bad, Rad. Alright, so last call, guys. Last call for any questions. I'm going to be heading out here. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. Get over on the Twitch channel if you guys want to start accruing gold, and then go back to the other, the channel that you're in. Just stay idle in the channel, and you'll accrue your gold. Sandman, good to see you again, man. Good to see you again, Fadakin. Check out the Patreon page, guys. Patreon.com/digitaldungeonmaster. Check it out. Help support what I do. I'd love to go full time, but I can't do it without your guys' help. And I hate to say that, but it's just the truth. You got to keep the lights on and stuff. So you guys know. You guys know how it is. You guys live every day. You know how it is. I don't have to say anything. Rad, thanks again, man. Don't be a stranger, alright? Don't be a stranger, Rad. Alright, so it's Saturday, and I got English Premier League tomorrow. Wow, I can't wait. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I totally appreciate it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. What is my goal for full-time, Red? To be able to survive and be able to leave my job and stay 1 day a week so I can keep my benefits. That's the only... That's how I would be able to do it, Red. Go part-time, work 1 day a week, work like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then survive. But that is my goal. And I'd like for it to be able to be sustained. I don't want to do it for a month or two and then have to... Can I go back full-time, guys, please? I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to do that. But I would, I'd make that decision after several 3-4 months of being it sustained, and then I would, consider doing it that way. And, I would love to, like I said, I'd love to be able to hire a videographer and pay them, actually pay them a salary, and I would love to be able to hire a part-time social media person. I would love to be able to do that. And that way I would be able to do nothing but make content 5 full days, 6 full days a week, and just do nothing but content and pass everything over to the videographer and say, get it on YouTube. That putting stuff on YouTube and editing videos, that's where most of my time goes. If I did not have to do that, I would have so much time to run more games. I could literally run a game 5 days a week. I could run a game 5 days. Every day I could run a game. If I didn't have anything else to worry about. And that would be awesome. I would love to be able to do that. But, you know, I can't. I would love to be able to take all of the monetization off of my YouTube videos and not have any monetization on them. I would love to be able to do that, but I can't do that right now. No, exactly, Joe. And that's what I was saying, Joe. That would be the best job. I mean, I've got the best job in the world already doing this, full time, but I try to do it part time, but it's not. It's full time already. But I love it. I would not change the last 4 years for anything. I have met so many awesome people, and I've met a few assholes along the way, but there's always a few in every large mass group of people. But I wouldn't trade it. I'd do it again. If I had the opportunity again tomorrow, without knowing what I know now. Sure, I've made some mistakes and I do some things differently, but I would do it in a heartbeat again because I love doing this. I love it. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. You guys, thank you very much. I'll be doing an unboxing tomorrow for Loot Crate, so look for that. I've got another Loot Crate there. Chris sent it to me from RPG Crate, and this is a crate of nothing but RPG stuff. So look for that video. I'll be doing it. I may be doing it live on YouTube tomorrow at some point. So look for that. You'll get notification when I go live anyway, because I'm going to do it live on all platforms. So, but I like streaming on all the different platforms. It's actually really cool. So. All right, guys. Thanks again, Red. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the kind words. Thanks for all the follows tonight. Thanks for the Twitch subscriptions. I appreciate it, guys and gals. I'm out of here. It was fun. It was a blast. Thanks to all the players tonight. Thanks, Miss Scarlet, and thank you to Lord and Anime for filling in for having a light week on signups. I totally appreciate it. So until next time, guys, which will be tomorrow. Happy gaming, and keep rolling 20s, right? See you guys.